Balls Out.
What?
Balls Out. Sports Talk Radio. Guys, let it all hang out.
Oh, don't tease me.
And talk about sports and more. Podcasts are available on iTunes. So come join the guys and let it all hang out.
I'm telling you who needs to be demoted is that third base coach. Yeah.
He's on the chopping block.
Yeah, I'm seeing video of what mistakes this guy's making. He's over there chatting it up with the crowd as guys are rounding, and you can't be doing that.
He's just giving them the wave
like
through.
this.
Yeah,
and then I don't understand why he's eating a churro while he's doing this.
racist.
Why? It's a nice snack. Why is that racist? How do you do? Welcome to Balls Out Sports Talk. I am the legend. We have bench. CGOC is here.
Hello. I don't care if Hitler and El Chapo are the group that own my team.
Okay.
Still don't care. And you got a one-on-one with the goalie. Now you're dribbling at the goal. It was fucking retarded.
Unbelievable. Who is that across from me?
All right,
Is that
they tell
Hoss?
us you're a pitcher. You're sure not much of a dresser.
Has his sign and comes set. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and belted to deep right field. He'll need a rocket up his ass to catch this one.
And special guest. Welcome to the show, guys. We are watching soccer because of CGOC.
You're welcome.
He basically he gave me an ultimatum.
Yeah.
He will show up to the show only if his who's your team?
Newcastle.
And they're playing.
Birmingham.
So they went down 1-0, and now they are throttling them 2-1.
Correct.
They're
What
a
would they-
juggernaut.
What's that?
They're a juggernaut.
They are
Or maybe in Puck's terms, a wagon.
a wagon.
Yeah.
Who? His team?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that score 2-1 right now. What would you equate it in another sport? What is 2-1 in soccer with the momentum shifting so much this way? Is it like a 14-7 game in football, 21-7 game in football, 21-3 game in football?
That's a tough one to answer.
We're watching football, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
There's a lot of variables. So this is a team that we should throttle. We're playing our bench.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's a FA Cup game. So that's one of those tournaments where they have teams from lower leagues play against, work their way up.
Yeah.
So this team is actually 2 leagues below us.
Oh, these guys are doormats?
So
Yeah.
they shouldn't even give up the goal then.
No,
They
yeah.
really shouldn't have, but they have, like I said, there's like 3 starters, regular starters out there
For the other team?
for our team.
Or for your
no,
team?
their team has their best squad, and it's at their stadium. Like that kid never plays right there.
Okay, so
We got an 18-year-old out there.
so these guys are like the C team or B team?
It's like a A/C team.
Okay. All right. That is that's insane. So Hoss, we as a show here have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Number one, you've been ducking the show for months. You've been ducking me personally for months. What is it about me that you hate or hated and that you've ducked me for so long? Go.
First off, I don't hate you.
Of course you don't. Look at me. I'm beautiful.
Second, it's like I told Abby yesterday. You are a very no-nonsense person, and in the past couple months, my life has had a lot of nonsense, not of my own doing. So I just kind of
Everything okay?
Had to take care of some stuff. Yeah.
Did you kill
everything's fine.
anybody?
No.
Did you?
Wanted
do you
to.
need me to kill anybody?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
That's the guy to call.
What's that?
I said, you're the guy to
So
call.
yeah. So I kind of
and then he'll call a guy.
And I know what kind of person you are, and you always like to, hey, how you doing, this and that. And I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, well, let me tell you what I've been dealing with. And then,
But everything's good, though?
yeah, everything's good.
Okay. All right. You have a small appliance downstairs that's yours from like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's brand new that we've offered
I
that you
know.
were supposed to get.
I
So
know.
don't forget that on your
I'll
way
grab
out.
it.
Yeah. Corrections or anything?
No,
We were perfect
Yeah,
as
yeah.
usual. Have you been listening to the show at least?
I try to. I have
Okay.
caught a couple episodes here and there. But
So
I haven't.
you know our new segment here, the Suck It segment? Okay, so Suck It Taneco. It's a
You've been doing
vacuum.
that for a while.
Oh, we have? Okay. So Suck It Taneco vacuums, I hate them. I hate their customer service people. I got that this time.
My boy.
What? You're making money?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, CGOC thinks I'm full of crap because
Stocks through the roof.
Yeah, if the guy that puts it on the suck it list buys 10 of them, I'm like, how can you
Yeah.
not go wrong with this company is clearly doing something right.
Well, what really kills me is his wife. Bench's wife is a listener of the show. She's a supporter of the show. She went out and bought one, but the other version of it, it's a wet.
It's like the wet mop vac
Yeah.
one.
So it's a better one than I have. And I'm insulted and hurt that she would go out and do that. With that being said, I had bought one for my parents and my daughter also. So it's kind of a, but I hate their customer service people. I just can't stand them. They're idiots. Anybody have an Android phone?
No.
That's right, you don't, because they suck it, because they're on the suck it list. One of our listeners just dropped Android and went to iPhone. We make things happen. Suck it, Jersey Mike's. Suck it, Jersey Mike's for your pricing system. Not the food. It's just a pricing system. Beatles, we all know they're not a rock group. They're a pop group. So suck it. Anybody that thinks that they're a rock group. And then the next two are for you, Benj.
Yeah, Suck It, Fox Rent-A-Car. Great prices, shit people, Fox Rent-A-Car. And Suck It, Ohio State. Still haven't beaten Michigan in 4 years. Nobody cares about your national championship.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard to say.
Nobody
No one
cares.
cares.
I asked
I
everyone.
thought-
I asked everyone.
I thought you were adding somebody to the list. I saw on the.
Oh,
group
what
text.
was that?
I forget what it was. You said you were adding it to the second list.
Oh, it was Coach. Suck it, AT&T.
That's
figure
right.
out. Can't figure out how to get an Apple Watch to
And
work.
did you guys hear what happened? Literally, all you had to do was update.
Update it.
And then
no
that was
one-
it.
No
and
one
these
recommended
idiots.
it for like 6 hours.
So it's not AT&T as far as their service. It's the
Could be
customer
Apple.
service.
Could be Apple too. I think he
Apple.
went to both.
I think there was two, and then it was like Canadians or something. You know.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, the Canadians don't suck it. Oh.
Wait a minute, you're talking about the people?
Yes,
Yeah.
the
not
people.
not the
The
team.
Oh,
people.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
the
yeah.
people.
Yeah, no, and I have an actual the bitch of the week. Wait till you guys hear that. I think you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm blown away by this. Blown away by Canada. FU, 51st state.
Shout out Condog for the openers. Gave me a good list this week.
Excellent.
Plenty of options. He said he really enjoyed the roasting of Coach though last week. That's why I went with that for this.
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we tore him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves it also. Can I just go to CGOC right now?
No.
Okay.
Our top 5 is top 5 must-haves at the Super Bowl.
Must-haves.
Must-haves.
Yeah.
You're watching the Super Bowl. What do you need? What do you got to have?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That should be.
okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. So where can I go? Since I can't go to.
Was it story time or you go CGOC? Is that story time with CGOC?
It isn't. Who has story time?
Oh, speaking of your Android, I think last time I was on, I talked about how my wife had an Android,
Yeah.
and it was like living with somebody with a disability in your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to get a new phone last week. I went ahead and got her an Apple phone
Okay.
and didn't tell her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was there a fight?
Oh my god! And there was knives brought out.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
I mean, it was.
But in her defense, which I never like defending a woman, but in her defense is this. Like, when you have your TV remote and you don't even look at it anymore, you just press the buttons, you know exactly where everything is. When that changes, that first week of it, first couple of days to the week, it is bad for me
No, it
personally.
was-
So I'm assuming that's the way it is for her.
It was really bad for her, but I had told her I was going to do it.
Yeah.
and she didn't think I would, so I did.
Now, where did you sleep that first couple of days?
It was okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was only on the couch for a little bit.
All right.
The dog bed.
But I had to get the kids in, so I'm calling Cy in college. I go,
Yeah.
can you FaceTime mom so she sees how cool this is? And
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because she can never FaceTime.
Nuh-uh.
She had to do that.
some other app or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's app? There's one of them.
I think Duo was one she
Okay.
used. I don't know.
Yeah. Now you don't have to do any of that.
But so a week later, it's all smooth sailing now.
Yeah.
But it's touch and go there for a
Yeah,
moment.
but she's younger and smarter than we are, so she adapts to the change a lot faster than I would. It would devastate me for 6 months to a year.
Yeah. So I got rid of the retarded kid out of my house.
Ugh, what a burden lifted.
Story time?
No.
You do have one.
I
I
do?
can tell.
Oh, no, I don't think I do.
You don't?
No.
Abba, story time?
No, it's basically the same as Charles.
You had a special person at your house?
Well, my wife, same thing. She had an Android phone, and last Christmas, I just went out and bought her a Apple phone. Didn't tell her, and she hated it for like Chris said. Sorry.
That's two. That's two.
I'm going to be busy. I got to cancel my weekend.
But anyway,
It's great. It's great.
Now the retard I have here. Can we get rid of this retard?
Yeah.
I mean, is there a chance of that?
It's going to be tough.
but anyway,
Good job, Abba.
she didn't like it for the first couple weeks, and now she loves it.
All right.
You know. So
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story.
But see, I think you go the other way. I don't think anybody goes from an iPhone to an Android
No.
would say, "Oh, I love the difference."
I don't know. I mean, to me, they're both like you could argue that the Samsung is a better phone and does more stuff,
What's he
but the
saying?
operating
What is he
system
saying?
on the Apple is better. So
What are you talking about?
okay,
He
well,
gets it.
I don't even understand what you said.
I understand. Well, I'm
how can you
realistic.
say? How can you talk from both sides of your mouth there? What you're saying the Samsung
You're clearly not
phone?
listening. Then.
Okay, let's try it again.
Like the Samsung, the phone,
Yeah.
the camera, some of the
Yeah.
capabilities of the Samsung phone is great. But
Okay,
the
so
system-
stop there.
But the Apple to Apple is so much better. So
Okay, but
one
you're saying
could say that.
so seriously, the Samsung is a better product.
Yeah.
Really? Do you agree with that, Bench? Because I saw your head just kind of twist
I
around like
thought
putting a bear
Samsung
in
was like
Holocaust.
was Android basically. Like Samsung Galaxy, those run on Android.
Those all run on Android.
Yeah.
But the thing that
So
the
you
phone
can't
is
have-
capable of.
You can't have one without the other.
Well, that's true. If you could get a Samsung with the
With
Apple,
Apple,
operating
yeah,
system,
yeah.
now you might really be changing the world.
Yeah.
But it's not an option.
Maybe Trump will get on it.
Yeah.
Guess on everything else. What a great 2 weeks.
You know?
I know your family hates it. You're racist, but
Yeah.
we all love it. Liberal over there. Story time. I don't really. I went and played golf yesterday.
Nice.
I believe I'm very close to turning pro. I'm looking. I'm shopping for caddies.
Eldest
So-
play with you?
No,
Oh.
no.
Where'd you go?
What do you mean you're shopping?
I went to Riverside.
Nice.
Well, he just brings up an interesting thing. I had Charles, as Abbo calls him, even though it is CGOC, caddy for me. How long ago would you say that is? Would you say 15 years ago?
It was quite a while.
Yeah.
But I did such a good job. The memory lives on, right?
Well, I filmed it.
If we do one more
So-
name drop, Bench is going to punch somebody in the
I
face.
know.
The whole
I
thing's
know.
gonna get
I
scrubbed.
just want to say this is what you sound like. You.
I'm gonna mute all three of your mics
Don't
and just.
blame me. I don't know all this COGJ stuff. I mean, come on. I go by name.
Can we get name tags
Yeah,
for
apparently.
today?
It's amazing everybody else can adapt, but this guy, he can't.
I'm 65. I'm 65 years old. There is no more adapting.
There you go. I'll put
That's-
them up here. I'll just leave it up there.
That's true. That actually is true.
Oh my gosh, what a shot!
Oh no,
If
Oh,
you
you guys
guys
just-
lose this game,
it doesn't.
It don't
I'm
affect
fine.
nothing.
I'm fine if we lose it. To be
Wow.
honest.
Well, because if they lose,
Shout out to that guy
Look at
that
that.
scored the
Look at
goal.
that lady. Oh, did you see that?
if they lose, it obviously doesn't matter
She's real classy.
because they would have played everybody if it meant something, right?
yeah.
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 That looked like a goal for Miyagi there.
Before the
Wow.
For the blue team, this means everything to them.
Yeah, this would be like a big win for
Yeah.
them.
Oh, it'd be huge.
It'd be
for
like a
them.
double-A team beating a big league team.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is a good
Yeah.
goal, though.
Oh man, we got baseball talk a
Hold.
little later for you,
All right.
which is
I've been trying to keep up, but
which I have many questions for you. So that was it. Story time. I played golf. I'm shopping caddies. CGOC caddy for me about 15, 17 years ago, and
I love that story.
he was on a 24-hour bender, and what ensued was literally, you know, when you have tournaments, they have those tents at each tee box and what have you. People diving out because he's driving through it. He crashed into a tree. He actually fell out and fell asleep once driving. I mean, it was hysterical. This is during a tournament. I'm trying to freaking play in a tournament. This guy's behaving this way. So he's not on my list of caddies.
Really?
But yeah, I am shopping for caddies right now because
Am I overly qualified? Is that what the problem is?
No.
I'll have to check my availability.
Andrew H is asking, what is baseball?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that hate baseball. To your left, Haas is one that absolutely despises baseball.
It's not-
He despises baseball talk.
It's America's pastime.
he got that right. Somehow you haven't picked up on that. He got that
He
right.
likes the game to an extent, but he despises baseball talk.
Abba hates baseball.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It's a slow game. I don't like slow games. It's
they
like
actually sped
you
it
don't
up.
appreciate baseball unless you.
it's like
played it
golf.
for a long
It's like
time.
watching golf. It's too slow.
That's true.
Can we be honest?
I don't like that.
I mean, they've taken a lot of the brothers out of the game. That might be something that.
That's true. No more Tiger. No more VJ.
Wait a minute, out of the game of baseball?
out of the
or,
game of baseball.
Oh.
well, no, they didn't take him out. They went to a sport that is a little more, no offense, exciting. Where, you know, football and basketball, they kind of gravitated towards that in junior high and high school. So baseball is not something that they play anymore. They, meaning the black community, the brothers.
Racist. I mean, come on.
It's like my kids. They don't like baseball because it's too slow.
See?
Makes no sense.
They love basketball and football because of
And they
the
have
pace.
Baseball
Oh,
great
yeah.
for their father.
Yeah, and it kills me sometimes, but I understand it. I completely understand the fact that baseball's too slow. But like I said, you don't appreciate it unless you've played it for a while.
Okay, you're watching soccer right now. Do you think soccer is a faster pace than baseball?
Yes.
How could you argue the other?
Look at
way?
that.
It is a running clock.
They don't stop.
Oh, they
I think
literally stop.
soccer players are probably some of the best conditioned athletes out there because of how much they run.
They hardly really run. Once in a while, they'll do a sprint. Most of the time, they take the ball, go backwards, and kick it around for a half hour. I mean, they're not.
I take a hockey player over soccer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? These guys, look at the standing around
I
going
didn't
on.
say they were the best conditioned. I said they're some of the highly best conditioned players.
I mean, some of those guys are
Athletes.
running 10 miles a game, like
Running or walking?
mix, whatever.
Okay, yeah, because there's
maybe
no
some jogging,
chance.
maybe some sprinting, maybe some walking.
A lot of walking. A lot of no. Do they sprint after it when the ball goes ahead? Yeah, I get it. But what I'm saying is that's not the entire game. Hockey, that's the entire game.
You know, I didn't realize
How good looking I am?
conditioning for hockey until I saw the movie Miracle. When he's,
Oh,
I'm like,
Herb
oh
Brooks,
my God.
Herb Brooks was killing him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a tall guy right there.
He's 6'7".
Yeah. Okay. I digress.
His name's Byrne.
Yep,
Nice.
Big Dan Byrne.
Holy hell.
That little guy Cochran's gonna try to cover him. Good luck, bud.
You're like, don't touch me.
Hand checking him.
Look, he's laughing.
Pick you up and
Yeah,
throw
pick
you.
him up. Bring him with you.
You guys are forgetting about conditioning. You talk about conditioning. How about water polo?
Yeah, water polo's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Treading water is a
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Super Bowl tomorrow? Anybody watching?
Only because I have
I'm
squares.
watching.
Only because
Yeah.
we have squares.
Squares. The gambling gets the people going. I didn't do squares this year. Maybe I'll fill it out tomorrow. Since Eldest bailed on us for that idea, so. Yeah. He was gonna do it here, and then something else came up, so the accountant offered.
That is true.
Accountant offered to host.
So we were going to do the show on Super Bowl Sunday, and then I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all, but he chose something over. Bench chose.
His argument, you want to know what it was? He said, if you're doing the podcast, how are you going to be able to watch the game? I said, there's no place that is less interrupted than here.
Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Who said this?
Eldest.
Eldest, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I asked him if he wanted to come on, he goes, wait a minute, you guys are doing it during? I said, yeah.
He said, yeah, it's
He
right
says,
here.
but then he said, well, Bench is going to someone's house.
Oh, no. It was the other way around. He agreed to it first. He's trying to pin it on me.
Oh.
No, yeah.
John
That's
Spence says,
junk.
nice glasses, CGOC.
Oh, on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spence.
He's the
Yeah.
cool guy on
John.
campus.
Yeah, CGOC. Cool guy on campus.
That's what I do.
Cool guy on campus.
Yeah.
So who is going somewhere for the Super Bowl tomorrow?
I have a kids game and then go home and just watch it.
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
one of the kids
Youngest?
playing it. Yeah, he's playing it in town, San Joaquin Memorial,
Nice.
Abba?
No, I'm staying home.
which is crazy. So that team's coming
Damn
from
right
the
you
Bay
are.
Area to play us. So they
I'm coming over.
they
Make me a
ruined their
food.
Super Bowl.
Oh, jeez.
We even offered to move the game to today, and they were like, "No, we're coming
Wow.
Sunday." I'm like, all right, see you Sunday, idiots.
Yeah.
Shit.
Are you
That's
guys
weird.
blown away? How many people in the United States? 300
Something million.
Like a
thir-
billion.
30, 350 million or so. Are you surprised when they
Is
say
that documented?
just
Okay,
documented?
alright.
Just documented. Are you surprised when you only hear like 17 million watch the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and it's like the high or a 21 million,
Yeah.
and I'm going, wait a minute. Remember, there's 350 million people. You're telling me only 21 million people watch the game?
Yep.
Seems weird, huh?
How do they account for the parties, though?
Well, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just.
But
TVs.
even that, it's not taking you to 350 million. I'm
Yeah.
saying every single red-blooded American has an obligation to watch the Super Bowl. Am I wrong?
an obligation.
And the Monday following should be a holiday.
It
should be. That right
Yeah.
there is the smartest thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally smartest thing you've ever said. This is getting chippy right here,
Yeah.
CGOC.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because they're not as big as us.
Well, you got a guy that's 7 feet tall. And it would have been funny if he just picked the guy up and burped him. You know what I mean? Just went like this and burped. It's okay. It's okay. They're hand checking or whatever they're doing. It's funny.
So who's everyone rooting for? If you had to pick a team.
Eagles.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay,
Eagles,
but
right?
say why.
I'm so tired of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
already.
Okay.
Hell yeah, you are.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I don't want to root for the Eagles. Obviously,
Yeah.
I hate the Eagles, and they stole Saquon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that was
we-
tough.
No.
we-
You have
we-
a stupid organization.
Okay, I
You
digress.
handed him on a
I
silver platter.
digress. We
Yeah.
gave him away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And my dad is a Kansas City fan. He lived in Kansas City for a while and had
Oh.
season tickets, so
And
he's
you
all
hate your
hyped up.
father, so
No.
it's, yeah. So I mean, obviously,
I don't want him to be happy.
That's what I'm saying. You hate your father. You don't want him to be happy. I'm not even going
Yeah,
to
you don't need
bother
to ask,
with you,
yeah.
Bench. I already know who Abba wants.
Eagles.
I'm going to say this out loud. I don't mind. You guys all hate it, and Mahomes. I don't have a problem with him. I think he's an incredible guy. He hasn't pissed me off to be on a suck it list or the hate bracket that's coming up.
Oh yeah. I'll put him in there for you.
So it's not. He hasn't done anything that would upset me. The Eagles look as a team completely dominant
Yeah.
in every aspect except one, the quarterback position.
And the coaching. Andy Reid gives you a edge.
Yes, that is true. I wasn't thinking. I was just talking about player wise, but that's a really good point. But I think the Eagles in every part of the game look so good.
So do you think the Eagles win? If
I
you had to place
do.
a bet with
I
no
do.
line, who
Okay,
wins?
so I say the Eagles win unless Mahomes has the ball with a second left in a game, and he's got to go 99 yards.
Right.
And I say then,
And the difference is 6 or less.
Yes.
You better
Then
be
I
up by
say-
2 scores if
Right.
he gets the ball.
Yeah. Then I say the Chiefs win. But the Chiefs' defense this year is better than their offense,
Yep.
which is staggering. The
Yeah.
Eagles' defense is pretty damn good.
Very good.
Their run game, come on,
It's like 200 yards a game.
yeah, is nuts. Which leads you to believe the Chiefs will win by 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just nuts.
It's just the Chiefs can't run the ball at all. That's the
True, and
can't.
I think the Eagles' defense will, if they try to run, will just kill them.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ball's going to be in Mahomes' hand. He's going
And
to be the guy that's got to beat him, and most of the time he does.
They're gonna make Hurts try and beat him too. They're gonna stack
Yeah.
the box and not try and stop Saquon. They're gonna sell out to stop Saquon. If Hurts has a good passing game, they're gonna win.
Yeah, but here's in my humble opinion here, you don't have to go deep ball on those. If they're going to stack the box, you can just do a little dump and stuff like that, and you can take a 5-yard deal, go 15 yards. You can go 20 yards.
Yeah.
You can break one. So I don't know. I
They've
don't know.
got two good tight ends in Calcaterra and Goddard. So if they have to play the short game, passing game, they can do it.
Now, how bummed out were you with your Steelers flaming out?
Well,
I
I knew it was a possibility. I said if we didn't start 7-2, we were going to be in trouble because I saw the back end of our schedule.
Yeah, we talked about that. It was
And,
pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
But you guys
brutal.
did a little better than we thought.
Yeah, we did, but Russell Wilson has a ceiling, and he hit his ceiling, and he was done.
What do you want from the Steelers?
To sign Fields.
Oh, so you're done.
Yeah, Russ. And I saw an article last night that Russ is pretty much done. Tomlin doesn't want him back,
Okay.
Wow.
so they're gonna
Because he's racist?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think they're gonna give, because I mean Fields. I think they're talking an average of just over $7 million a year for a quarterback that's.
But you
young as
like
he is.
him?
I like him if he does what they say he's gonna do, and he goes and works with that. I don't know his first name, but his
The
last
guru?
name is Hess. Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy that helped Josh Allen
Yeah,
with
yeah,
his
yeah.
mechanics.
Yeah.
If he goes and works with him and can work on his throwing a little bit, I think he'll be good for us.
All right.
And we're supposedly signing Najee Harris again. I don't know about that one. I was hoping we would do it like they were talking about and trade down and try and get Jainty. They were talking about offering Pickens in a deal because they're tired of Pickens. And
Who isn't?
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy.
That's old.
they were talking about
Yeah.
trying to move down into the top. Because I think he's projected top 7, trying to get into that range so they could get him and let Najee walk.
Yeah.
So, but I don't. Now they're talking about re-signing him. So
We'll get back to the Super Bowl real fast. What about your Niners there, Abba? What are you looking for them to do? Because you just picked up your old defensive coordinator, and you weren't happy with the defense the last couple of years. So does it start there with your team as far as making a change as getting better, or are you looking for other things also there?
Well, I'm hoping that I don't think they need to make real big changes, defense or offense. If they can stay healthy on each way, I think they'll be just fine. I mean, you make a couple of adjustments with players because you're going to lose some players, and hopefully you get some players that may be a little bit better than what you had. But overall, I don't think they really need to make big changes.
who would you rather have, Debo or Ayuk? Because you're gonna have
already
to,
paid
You're
IU.
gonna have to choose.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I would say Debo because he's more versatile.
Yeah,
And
he fits that offense better.
Yeah. But they just need to do something with the sweep because that did not work this year at all.
Debo's going.
And I was hoping they would stop
reverse.
it, but they didn't. But I would stay with Debo over Ayuk. So
Now, do you want them to pay your boy Purdy all that money?
That was going to be my next
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah. Do you think Purdy's the guy and you want to keep him around a long time?
I think he's the guy. I was hoping that he would show it more with a lot of the players being hurt, that he would step up more. But I mean, maybe he will. Hopefully, he will. But I mean, that just remains to be seen. I don't know.
He's one of those guys. I just wonder, is he a product of the system because Shanahan is so great at scheming guys open and having these really easy reads that you don't really have to be a guy like Mahomes who like creates everything himself.
Right.
And I mean, Reed's obviously a good schemer too, but
Okay, so are you saying then don't pay him, get somebody else, pay less because Shanahan can put a shopping cart back there and make it happen? And I don't mean that in a negative way, because you and I both think what Shanahan does and get guys that wide open that are targets on every possession.
yeah.
It's just, do you want to keep having a revolving door of quarterbacks coming through there?
I don't think you
Or
do.
do you just want to lock it up?
Yeah.
and-
Yeah,
We're good.
but you can't pay him. You have to pay. He's a middle.
Mid- yeah,
of
you
the-
pay him a
he's
mid-tier,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a
Yeah,
Baker
depends,
Mayfield.
Depends what he's asking for, you know.
Yeah, if he wants Baker Mayfield money,
I'd pay him.
pay him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he wants Dak Prescott.
You
Yeah.
can't. There's only one Dak Prescott. Okay, do you understand me? There's only one Dak Prescott. There's only one guy you pay $60 million a year to. All right.
Josh Allen?
No.
Oh, Dak.
No,
Oh,
it's just
okay.
Dak.
Yeah, okay.
Dak. Yeah, he's definitely the best player in the NFL to pay him all
And
that
now
money.
he's finally got a coach.
Yeah, finally
Yeah, now
he has a
That was so
coach
bad.
that
McCarthy
nobody
was holding him
even,
back.
So bad.
Nobody even knew he was on the staff.
He's the highest paid quarterback, and they're not even going to be the best team in the division next year.
He's the highest paid player in the league.
ridiculous.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Okay, if I said this to you, not even quarterbacks, if I said to you, just off the top of your head, name 10 guys, immediately you would pay more than Dak Prescott. How quickly would you rattle off 10 guys?
Brady. I'd pay him to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's infuriating. I hate that team. Your team is run well.
Yeah.
My team is the highest. Forbes has them as the most
Valuable.
valuable franchise, just name recognition wise. Other than that, they're awful. They got an owner that's a moron. They keep bringing in second-rate coaches because the owner wants credit more than giving it to a coach. And then you're going to have this crap every year right here. This is what you're going to say. They're not when there was rumors that Deion Sanders was a possibility as a coach. I said, okay, they have jumped the shark now. You know what I mean? They're not serious. They're not a serious organization.
I wish somebody would have had the balls to hire Gruden.
Yes. He's already proven he's a winner.
Yeah. I wish somebody would
I
have
mean,
had the
okay,
balls.
a couple of emails here and there. Look at Hillary Clinton. She burned all of hers. I mean, and she keeps getting jobs.
True.
Yeah, I never lie.
Anything else on the Super Bowl?
Oh, there's so much.
What about
Oh.
CGOC's Giants over here?
Well, I was going to get to that. He hates his team as much as I hate my team. But
just love
his
hearing him
team,
talk about it.
But his team, like my team, here's the ceiling. My team's right here. He's below the gutter. Do you know what I mean? He's below. He is so.
Rude.
Like the Oakland
What's that?
A's and
I'm
Moneyball.
sitting right here.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
I mean,
the Oakland A's,
I
very
mean,
good.
based off the current organization, what they do, I fully expect them to trade Neighbors this year in the offseason.
You hit on the best rookie receiver in the draft.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Maybe Philly's looking for somebody on the outside. Somebody in the division.
Keep giving
Yeah,
him
in
some
the
guys in your
Washington-
division.
Washington-
You know,
yeah.
the
Washington
Commanders
could
could
use
use him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, imagine Daniels with that kid.
They're going to
Oh.
utilize him better than we would.
Yeah.
We're just being
They know
nice.
what to do with him.
Right.
Oh man.
We're just thinking of the fans. They want to see a good game.
Speaking of Daniels, if he gets T. Higgins, oh God,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Him
Hey,
and Terry.
insane.
How impressed were you? Even with that loss, it wasn't on him.
No,
He got that ball. He got them moving.
he slowly became my favorite quarterback.
He was. We were like.
He was
this.
unreal.
He had that little bit in the middle. Was it the middle where he kind of got hurt?
Yeah.
And he kind of
Yeah.
looked like
The
he
rib
slowed down
thing.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, he is for real.
Oh yeah.
You
You give him another weapon too, and oh man.
Yeah, and my whole thing is the head coach, Quinn. Now, I had to apologize on air because I've did nothing but destroy him. But again, the biggest game of the year, what did they do? They look like crap.
Defense laid an egg.
Yeah.
But now, who was it that I just saw that Myles Garrett wants to go there
Yeah.
To where?
to Washington.
Washington.
I would. That's a team
Yeah.
on the rise.
Yeah.
I think he's either going to end up with like Buffalo or Washington.
Can you imagine if what's his face from Miami also said he wants to go to Washington?
Tyreek Hill.
What is it?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Imagine if, I mean, that gives such an option, right? Downfield threat.
I guess. Yeah.
You don't like that?
I've just never thought Tyreek's a great receiver. He's a great runner. He's the fastest
Yeah.
guy in the league.
Yeah.
But like him actually
Catching a ball?
running routes and like
Oh, no.
getting open.
But
like,
the
I
thing
don't
with a
know.
guy like that is you're not really running a route. You're just going,
Yeah,
get there
I'm
as
just gonna
fast
run
as you
by
can,
Yeah.
and I will throw the ball as far as I can.
But you give Daniels a guy like, for instance, T. Higgins, who can get over the middle and get open.
Yeah, well, he's a real. But he's a real
Yeah, he's a real
route
receiver,
runner.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking about you have the real route runners.
I feel
The guy
like,
from
I
the
feel
Giants.
Like Hill and McLaurin would be like redundant.
Yeah.
It would be the same type
Same
of
type
guy.
of player.
I don't know.
All right.
I'd rather them, spend the money to bring in a guy like Garrett
Okay.
to help the defense.
I know, but I'm
Cooper
also
Kupp's out there
looking.
too, man.
I'm also looking for somebody else on the offense just to give
Yeah.
that kid a little bit more.
Yep.
And then, can you imagine what the Skins would look like?
And then you give him Myles Garrett on the defensive
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
It'd be a tough division, CGOC.
Yep.
I mean, he only looks up every year, anyways, right?
When was the last time you
He's-
won a Super Bowl?
Shut your
He's
face.
kind of like
we've won 2 or 3 since you've won one. So
Huh?
It's kind of like the accountant. His biggest season is draft season.
Yeah.
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 Where are we picking this year?
Right. Yeah. But it's almost like the A's also, right? Then
Yeah.
who do we give these guys
Yeah.
away to?
Yeah.
We can't pay you past your rookie deal, so
Right.
enjoy your couple years here.
Yeah. Okay, so
what, in
back.
Sacramento now.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Um,
They sold out. Season tickets sold out.
Super Bowl.
There's-
If you were to
there's
do,
What park are they playing
There's
at?
13 seats.
You can
So-
go sit on the grass in the outfield. $25.
were you guys surprised to hear Trump will be the first president to ever be at a Super Bowl?
Yes, I did not know that.
It's crazy.
Wow,
That's nuts.
that is nuts.
And I
The
honestly
reason
wish
why-
he wouldn't go.
The reason why I'm saying that's nuts, Gerald Ford played college football, I think, at Michigan.
Sounds right.
And you would think that guy who was a massive football fan would have been at a Super Bowl, but I think he was only president for like 2 years because of the whole Nixon thing. But I think it's a great thing. I think it will piss off all the libs. Sorry, CGOC, where they'll go nuts and applaud like crazy and just chant USA, USA. And it'll drive everybody nuts in the left media.
I don't trust him at all. I don't
Trust who?
the crazy fucking liberals.
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't trust
yeah.
any of them.
Oh no, they're gonna kill him.
They are.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt about it. They're gonna kill him. Yeah, somebody's gonna
And
try to be a hero and
yes.
try to kill him.
And that person, the sad thing, if they do it, that person's going to be hailed as a freaking hero to these clowns.
Yeah, it could be. Well, John Wilkes Booth thought he was going to be a hero also, and that didn't happen for him. But I don't know. I'm blown away. I thought George Washington may have gone as the first president to a Super Bowl. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't.
That's true.
But
You
like
know, it was-
Bush had went
I know it was
to
huge back then.
World Series games and stuff like that.
No, I
right?
know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
so
the
the
Super
world's
Bowl.
a Super Bowl. No president's ever gone.
Yeah,
Didn't Bush's family like part own the Rangers?
yeah, they were
Yeah.
they were part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So, what would you put the line at for over under as far as total points in that this game? Because I think
I haven't even
it's
looked
going to
at
be
it,
a little
yeah.
more offense than.
I'd say like 48.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd keep it on the lower side. I feel like defense is
What is it
a-
at right
a
now, do you know?
premium. I don't. I can look it up.
Yeah.
I know the spread. The spread is Chiefs -1, so it's like a pick 'em basically. They don't really know who it's going to be. 48.5. Good for you, Haas.
He looked at it. I don't trust that.
No, I didn't.
You can't trust people like that.
didn't.
1.5 is what they got here now.
So you would do the under?
Oh, I thought you were just talking about what you would set the line at. They could easily hit the over in that, But
That's what
I would pick under, I think.
You would.
Yeah. I just
See,
feel like
I'd go-
I feel like it's going to be a super close game.
I think I'd go over.
I think
It's going to be close, but I think it's going to.
I think it'll be under
Higher scoring.
till the fourth quarter, and then whoever scores the last touchdown put it at the over.
A little bad beat action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to kill people.
Just to
Just for
murder
people.
their
Just
souls.
because Vegas.
Just for people that
Vegas.
jump out of buildings.
Just because Vegas knows what they're doing.
Vegas.
We were watching a game.
Yes, it was the Chiefs Texans playoff game.
Uh-huh.
That the over under in that game was like, I don't remember what the number was, but the total that they had was within 2 at the end of the game.
And then that safety, right?
And then that punter
Yeah.
runs
Yeah.
out of the end zone
Yeah.
to hit the over.
We're screaming.
when they could have just punted
Yes,
it and
just
the game's
punted.
still
Right.
over.
And then
it
we're
was
going,
like so
Somebody
just suspect.
Somebody got the call.
Yeah.
Somebody got the call, and it's like
Way
so
too.
this
We're,
is why
we're gonna hemorrhage
this
money
is
if
why,
this hits.
Yes, whenever they say it's all in. No, I think it's all scripted. I mean, that right there tells you 100% it was scripted.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was. It was nuts.
Somebody quick, get in there and tell them to run out of the back
Yeah.
of the end zone.
Because we're looking at each other and we go, "Oh my God, look
Like
what
it's
they're
a
doing."
2-possession game. Just punt it away.
Yeah.
Game's over.
Yeah,
anyways.
game's over.
Just runs it.
Yeah, but
Oh
get
no,
to
it was
number.
the spread. It was the spread was like 9 or something, and that put it. It was like a 10-point game that made an 8-point or
Yeah.
something like that. It
Yeah.
was brutal.
No.
Andrew H said, "Wait, so Vegas makes the call to script it, but not the refs." Exactly, Andrew H. You can't have one without the other. That's what I've been saying. The Chiefs, they're the refs' number. They're on the speed dial.
Yes.
Yeah,
What do you think those headsets are for?
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, you want us to do what now? Throw a flag? Okay. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
But Goodell apparently denies it. He says, "Yeah, there's no shot."
Well, so did the NFLPA. They said this is ridiculous. We're happy that Goodell, said this is ridiculous. Kelsey said it's ridiculous. So if those people said it's ridiculous, I know it's true.
It's weird. You haven't heard any other team say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. The Bills didn't say
Yeah,
that.
they didn't say it.
The Bills did not say that.
Are they going to put the Mahomes flopping rule in next year? I mean, he damn near admitted to flopping in that.
Yeah. I thought I saw something they were walking that back, kind of saying like, "Oh, we might not look at it."
Now, any of you,
But I think we talked about it on the show either last week or the week before. Once he leaves the pocket, he should be a runner.
he should.
Yeah,
he-
he's a
he's
runner.
considered a runner.
Yeah.
Any of you believe? Any of you don't want Mahomes to win because of Brady? You want Brady to be the GOAT?
I hated Brady too. So.
Okay.
Could care less.
So none of you are.
I just don't like that they've won just some change is what I'm looking for. I don't have a problem with Mahomes. I just don't want to
Exactly.
see them win
Exactly.
again.
That's
It
exactly
sounds like
what
you're
it is.
racist and you don't want the black quarterback to win. That's why you're picking the Eagles.
With another black quarterback.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like it.
You're really starting to make sense today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know ABBA doesn't want Mahomes to win because he's black, but he wants the Eagles to win. He had I had a conversation with him the other day. His son wants Mahomes to beat Brady, but ABBA does not.
Only because I don't want them to three-peat. I mean, only because of my Niners. The Niners came close to doing it. Well, they didn't come close, but they did it twice. They had a chance to do it 3 times and couldn't do it. I don't want to see Kansas City do it. That's the only reason. I have nothing against Mahomes or the KC. So.
Well, I mean, he said it. It came right from his mouth. He's racist and he hates Mahomes. So, I mean,
Verbatim.
And
I mean,
I hate Pat Riley too, and I don't want to see Pat Riley make a bunch of money.
true. Are you going to get on that hated bracket that CGOC came up with? Hate bracket? Did you hear about it?
I heard about it, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah, well,
it
no,
in
it's going to
action
be
yet.
during the NCAA tournament. We're
Oh,
going to do
okay.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess who will be on that? Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Oh,
Can't
yeah,
wait. Can't
absolutely.
wait.
Yeah.
What did he do wrong?
Well, they killed Len Bias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what did he do wrong?
Killed Len Bias.
A
The
Celtic.
Celtics had him. They were going to go on another run, and next thing you know, hey, try this cocaine. It's pretty good. And then he died. So, I mean, Jerry Buss, Pat Riley, they all killed.
I mean, didn't force him to take.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Vaha said extra level of racism when you pick one black over another.
That's a good point.
That's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Abba's quarterback is white.
But is Mahomes actually black? Is Mahomes actually black? I mean, he's mixed, isn't he?
His dad is black.
Yeah. What's
yeah.
his mother? White.
I'm assuming.
She white.
Kamala.
So he's white. So he's white. So why is he called black?
Oh,
I don't know.
that's a
Your
deep
people
one.
did that with Obama.
Wow.
No, some people did that, not your people. Some people. I mean, it's like what was the golfer's name? I forget.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger.
Tiger, yeah.
You don't claim Tiger,
Really?
Abba?
He's mixed.
Okay.
When I watched
mean-
the racial draft, the blacks took him first pick.
They always take him.
It was the guy.
Well, he was the best.
Every year, that's the number one pick.
That is true.
Actually, it wasn't that. Wasn't it the... Oh, no, it was. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You
The
talking about Chappelle?
The Chappelle skit.
Yeah. That was.
So long
you
fried
ever
rice,
seen it?
hello
No.
fried chicken.
You've never seen the Chappelle?
Oh, my gosh. That's
the,
all time.
The draft?
It's all
that's
time.
where-
Never seen
that's
it.
worth
Oh my
looking up.
God, dude.
It's hilarious.
Dude, go
have
home
to
later
watch
and
it.
pull it up. I mean,
Yeah.
just that in itself is
Unreal.
legendary. Legendary. And the other was when he was Prince.
Yes.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Oh.
Game blouses.
Pissing over there.
Where is this being played?
Birmingham City.
Is that like in Philadelphia or
It's in the central England.
Central?
They call it the Midlands.
Have you been?
To Birmingham City? No.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go there unless you're a coal miner.
Yeah, dirty people. Look at them in the
Yeah.
stands.
Bunch of industrial fucks. It's like going to Pittsburgh.
I was just thinking that.
It's the
It's
Pittsburgh
like
of
going to
England.
Pittsburgh.
It's the Pittsburgh of England. Coach, there's that you people again. Yeah, that gets thrown around a lot.
It does on this show. Yes. All right, I digress. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that absolutely do not want Kansas City to win, and one that doesn't care, but believes Philadelphia will win this game.
You do believe that one?
I do
Oh,
believe.
I thought last
think-
week you said you think the Chiefs would win.
No, I always preface it with this. If there's 1 second left and Mahomes has the ball and he has to go 99 yards, they
Yeah.
will score and win it. Yeah, I mean, but I think Philadelphia is a far superior team.
Yeah.
Position by position, yeah.
It's crazy how good they are. And you made a good point. I don't think their coach is that good.
No.
I just think they're a solid. He makes mistakes. Andy Reid does not make mistakes.
And Mahomes is 8-0 against Vic Fangio defenses.
Wow.
Oh, see,
Never,
that's
never lost to him.
There's a stat right there.
Never lost to him.
Yeah.
So,
So,
kind of
just-
makes you nervous.
So put the money on.
Kind of makes you nervous.
Damn. You know, I never believe in those things, but it always seems to come out. If it's 8-0, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
You got the guy's number.
Yeah. He must just see something in the defense.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what I think about the Chiefs defense. When they dominate teams, they're so blitz heavy. It's like the team
Yeah.
that they're facing doesn't have a
Yeah.
run game or a mobile quarterback or something like that.
It's like the last blitz that they ran on Allen.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. And I thought the same thing like the Texans game. C.J. Stroud got sacked like
Yeah.
9 times or something because they had no O-line. But I think the Eagles, with their run game, if they're able to just negate that a little bit, that'll make a big difference.
Yeah, I can't
And the Eagles'
imagine.
O-line is just
Very good.
the
I
best
can't
one that they face.
imagine Saquon now isn't going to be able to run.
exactly.
I mean, you're telling me all year this guy dominated, and you're telling me now.
I think
Yeah.
he'll be able to run. I just don't think he's going to have as many of the breakaway runs. He's gonna chip away. He's
like
gonna
he
get-
did against the
yeah.
Commanders.
He's gonna get he may get 30 carries and end up with 120 yards, but it's gonna.
But
be
that
5
120 yards is
exactly.
yeah. But where is that 120 yards? It could be in the fourth quarter where they are just shoving it
Yeah.
down your throat because you guys are gassed.
Yeah,
yeah,
You know?
and keeping the ball out of Mahomes' hands.
Right.
which-
Yeah.
and that's the big thing is just keeping it out of Mahomes' hands.
Yeah. Because for some reason when he got it in his hands,
No, and he scores.
they score.
He's pretty good.
Doesn't matter what happens. They freaking score. Wow. Are you blown away with the Chip Kelly story?
I thought it was a little odd, you know.
I don't see him in the NFL. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's like it seems like every time he's been in college, he's been successful,
Yeah.
and then he moves back to the NFL, and it's kind of
He looks like a fool.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
All I saw was Marcus Mariota as a free agent. Raiders reunite him. Little Oregon running back.
Yeah.
The NFL's a little more, I think, built for Chip Kelly now because of he was really the innovator of all the motion and stuff in college.
True.
And now the NFL's pretty much switched to if you're not running some kind of pre-snap motion, you're not fooling anybody.
Haas, but the problem is I hate him. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what the problem. This is what the problem is. I hate his guts.
What did he do to you?
I want no success for him whatsoever.
Oh man.
And that's how I.
So the Raiders didn't call and ask your opinion, apparently.
Which is crazy.
Check in with you.
No, which is nuts, right?
It's Tom Brady doing that.
Yeah.
Don't you have a little faith in Tom? It's gonna work out this time.
Well, so do you think it translates into being a coach and an owner if you were a great player? It doesn't always work.
I'd say no.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work because
Sometimes.
Get Jordan.
well, you can look at Irvin Johnson.
Magic.
Who? That failed. Bird did well with the Pacers. I think they may have gone to an Eastern Conference Finals, maybe an NBA final.
Well,
but
he was the one that wanted Paul George, right? He was the one that was like advocating for
how
Paul
can he
George.
not want Paul George? Fresno State guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
I think I saw something since Paul George went to Philly, he's released more podcast clips than he's made field goals.
That's not good, right? If you're
Not
an NBA
great.
player.
Yeah, not good.
No, not at all. No. I don't want to do this. The NBA made a trade just recently.
Vaha said didn't work for Jeter.
True.
The
That's
Marlins,
true.
Jeter,
Yeah.
and,
But
Jeter
no,
and
it
Jordan
did
are
work.
two of the best
No,
that
it
Jordan
did
was-
work for Jeter.
Just
Why?
that
Because he
guy-
gave up stands.
That's what I'm saying. He just kept sending everybody to New York. Yeah, so,
Here,
so
we're
it
going
was,
to trade them all to the
it was a
Yankees.
perfect move. But I don't want to do this, but I just want to say this is why the NBA is a joke. They just allowed a trade of a 25-year-old superstar to in a trade deal with Anthony Davis that went back to Dallas that made no sense. You're telling me that was a fair trade deal? This is the biggest joke. They just want the big market Lakers to do well. And
You got to give Pelinka credit though, because he was like,
Do I really?
What? And then he was like, "Don't call anybody else. Let me get this done real quick."
yeah.
But you've even heard some of their guys come out and say, the NBA wants the big market players and the big names in the big markets.
Yeah.
And this is very obvious of that.
It stinks of this was a what do you want to
We
call
need
it?
to
A
save the
conspiracy?
game.
Yeah.
We need to save
Yeah.
our game.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're going to Caitlin Clark and asking her to, participate in the 3-point shootout because their numbers are so bad,
Yeah.
and they know she's bringing
Well,
numbers.
the product is terrible. This product is awful. The NBA product is unwatchable.
Yeah.
That's the most NBA talk we've done
In a year, at
in
least.
a year. Yeah.
That's enough.
And that would be enough.
We talked about Garrett, talked
Yeah.
about Goodell. Cooper Kupp, pretty much, they're saying he's not coming back.
Okay, Abba also brought up that the quarterback may be leaving.
Stafford, yeah. was on that
Stafford.
as well.
I'm a little surprised this Cooper Kupp deal here.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
don't-
trying to rebuild and just try to get as much as you can?
I don't know what his contract situation is. If
I think
he's
it's
up,
a big cap hit.
is he up for
Yeah.
a new deal type
It's a
thing?
big
Or
cap hit.
okay, he just
Would you
hasn't-
take him?
Yep, in a heart.
He hasn't stayed healthy long enough
No.
over the past
Recently.
few years.
I
so-
hope.
Yeah.
I think he's perfect for a guy like Fields. Get the ball out of his hands quick.
Yep.
Like Cooper
Have you
Kupp.
ever seen a guy that if a ball's thrown at him, you know it's going to be caught more than this guy? And I'm not talking about downfield. I'm just talking about the craziest. Like there's no way you should catch this ball and he catches
I think
it.
you give him 2 more years and Neighbors is going to be that guy. Like he
Yeah.
throw the ball in his direction, is getting caught.
Yeah.
But no, as of right now, no. Especially
I'll say they're
the
like-
last couple years.
Prime time, like DeHop, DeAndre
Yeah.
Hopkins was that
Yeah.
way. Sticky hands, just
Yeah.
never dropped anything.
But he was more athletic.
Yes and no.
Don't you think?
He was never a burner. Like he
No,
he
but-
was a very good route runner.
Yeah.
he knew how to get open,
True.
and I mean he played.
So does Cup.
He played when Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson
but look at
wasn't
the guys you
diddling
compare
people.
him to, like you can say like Megatron too.
Yeah, that's
know.
what I was thinking too.
But they're all
Calvin.
6'4",
Yeah.
humongous human beings, and
Yeah.
Cup's 5'10".
Yeah.
True.
But you can, up to a couple of years, you can knock his head off. He'll just pick it up, put it on, and get back in the huddle. Now he's sort of made out of glass.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you pay him all that money for somebody that may only play 8 games for the season.
Well, I think the Rams want to get Demarcus Robinson involved a little more. They like him a lot. And to them, Cup's expendable now because of Puka.
Yeah, when Cup was out, Puka did that role and was fine. So.
Yeah. And what is Cup's age?
31?
It's
Really that old?
That's a good guess.
30, 31?
Because if that's the case, then you have to get the value for him right now.
Nailed it.
31. I think you sent him the script of the show, and he's just
Yeah.
No, I
knows it
kind
all.
of been keeping an eye on
I-
Cup because
I
I,
don't
want
li-
the Steelers to
I
get
don't
him.
like it. I don't like it at all that you did basically a.
There it is, right there. Should Steelers trade for Cup?
Yeah.
Calvin Austin for Cup. That seems a little imbalanced.
He kind of did a
There'd
Donna
be a draft
Brazil,
pick involved
Hillary
in that.
Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Donna Brazil, Hillary Clinton gave all the answers or the questions. Yeah, I don't like it.
Ooh, Giants could trade for Stafford and Cup. There you go, CGOC. Turn that franchise around.
Get guys in their 40s. You
Give
know?
up neighbors to
Give-
get those two.
Yeah, and get those still.
It's funny
Yeah.
because you hear about Myles Garrett talking about he wants to win now, but they're talking about, oh, well, the Raiders are a possibility. Why the fuck would he want to go to the Raiders?
Chip
But
Kelly.
could you imagine him and Max Crosby together? Oh my God.
Yeah, I know,
That'd be
but
nasty.
that's fine. But what about the rest of
Yeah,
the
that's
team?
the thing.
Yeah, you have to go to if he's serious that he wants to win, he has to go to a team.
Yeah. Buffalo, Washington,
Yeah, a
something like
team.
that.
Yeah, I like the
Baltimore.
skins.
Yeah.
I like the skins on that a lot.
Yeah, because they need a pass rusher.
Yeah.
They couldn't get to the quarterback at all.
Yeah.
really.
That would be fantastic over there. It'll kill the Giants. You know, CGOC will be depressed, and makes me happy.
You know you're in the same division.
I know I
right?
am.
Not everybody has a TJ Watt.
True.
Yeah, he's okay.
Speaking of, when I saw the Defensive Player of the Year,
Oh
I was a
my
little
God.
surprised. So we can go to the
My
awards.
God.
Allen won MVP. We can talk about that also. Saquon Offensive Player of the Year. Jaden Daniels Offensive Rookie of the Year. Burrow Comeback Player of the Year. And then, Patrick Surtain from the Broncos got Defensive Player of the Year over Watt and Garrett
Garrett.
were the two guys that stuck out to me.
It's
I was a
insane.
little surprised.
When I saw it come across my, the thing on my phone, the alert, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I figured it was between Garrett and Watt.
Yeah,
One of those two.
and I honestly thought they would give it to Garrett, just because of honestly what he did in head-to-head matchups against TJ. Like, he destroyed us.
Really?
We couldn't block him.
Yeah.
And then, but in our defense, we were trying to, man block him while Cleveland's on the other side double teaming Watt
Yeah.
the whole game.
Chipping him every single
Yeah.
time. All that.
So,
yeah.
but I thought Garrett, and when I saw Surtain get it, I was like, oh man.
Okay, so let me ask this most important question of these awards. So Saquon wins Offensive Player of the Year, and Josh Allen wins MVP. And since it's such an offensive award, the MVP, how is the guy that doesn't win the Offensive Player of the Year not win the MVP?
Abba, you want to tell him?
Have no idea.
I think that Philadelphia can still win without Barkley. You've got Hurts, you've got Brown, you've got Smith, you've got a great
So then-
offensive
so the
line.
MVP
So that's
is
your argument.
strictly-
Yeah, that's your argument against him getting MVP. You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why Allen deserved it, because you take Allen off of that team, they're
Then
not
you can
making-
do
they're
that
not
with
making the
every
playoffs.
single quarterback
Not with
in the league.
Saquon.
Then.
You can't do it with Saquon.
No, that's the thing. So
saying-
the award then is
Lamar.
Yeah.
So the
Lamar-
award-
and I think it should have came to Lamar.
shut your face.
or
The award
him.
then it is for the quarterback in the NFL. That's what the MVP is for. No
Basically.
other position.
Basically.
Basically, what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then it's a fraud.
They running
Well, they
backs
should
can win
just, they
offensive
should
player
just
of the year.
rename it. Rename
That's
it
what I'm saying.
Best
Yeah.
quarterback. But I
Yeah.
mean, what do you want? One guy to win 3 awards? Like, I don't think it's that deep. I think they just don't want it. They want to give multiple awards, so they spread it
No,
out.
I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying, it's a little confusing when you're saying. Am I wrong?
No, I get.
No, I get it.
I get what you're
I'm-
saying, but if they renamed it as best quarterback in the league instead of MVP,
That's fine.
Then there's
Don't
no
say
issues.
MVP. Just
Yeah.
say the best quarterback of the league. Yeah, because it's silly.
I get you.
Saquon was a game away, which, by the way, was
He
an
should've
extra
won,
game,
yeah.
which was an extra game of breaking the single season record rushing record. You're telling me that's not an MVP?
One could make the argument.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
we
this-
look, a QB hasn't won the Offensive Player of the Year since 2018. It was Mahomes. So it did kind of used to be some
Yeah.
QBs in here winning that award, but lately it's been all running backs, wide receivers.
So in those years that the QBs won,
Yeah, I
what
wonder
is it?
who won MVP?
Who won
in those.
MVP?
What was it? 2018, 2016.
I agree with what you're saying, C. Jose, but I'm just saying if it's an offensive award and you're giving the MVP to another offensive player,
Almost all QBs.
Oh, so Mahomes won both 2018.
So there you go.
And then Matt Ryan won both 2016.
so it could have happened this year.
Could have.
Could have.
I mean, look at that. Only Adrian Peterson was the only non-quarterback on that list.
Yep. Before LT. What a dog. Yeah, I don't get it. It does seem like it's like they've changed it now, so it's like reserved for
Yes.
a non-quarterback.
Yes. Right.
Because what my thought was okay, if Allen won MVP and then if Lamar won Offensive Player of the Year, because Lamar's numbers were so gaudy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it was reverse of last year, right? Didn't Lamar win MVP? And Allen
he had won the last two, so maybe that was another thing. It was like
and
all
Allen
right,
had unbelievable
or
numbers.
not last two, but he had already won two. Yeah.
What
Last
would be
year,
the
they gave us
solution,
a-
though? What would be the solution? Just combine those to one award, or to rename
Or
the
just-
other one?
No,
quarterback?
rename it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that a guy wins the offensive player of the year and he's not winning the MVP because it's the same side of the ball. It's an offensive player and it's just a quarterback winning an MVP. So name it the most bestest quarterbackish in the league.
But I
It's a
think
long-
when they're,
it's a
I
big
think
plaque.
when they're
It is.
looking
It is
at
pretty-
the-
a lot of
that's
words.
good, yeah.
When they're looking at the MVP,
Looking
though,
for
they
it.
say if you take Saquon off of the Eagles, can they still win? And then you go to
Say that again, sorry.
If you take Saquon off of the Eagles, can they
Yeah.
still win? If you take Allen or Lamar off of either of their teams, do they still win?
Listen to what I'm saying to you. I totally understand what
But
you're
I'm just saying that's what I think.
But that's why
their
you're saying it's a
mentality is.
quarterback.
Yeah.
But my point is,
It's always going to be a quarterback.
but my point in that, and I want you to just hear me out, is offensively, if that you take that quarterback out, he's so good offensively, you're taking him out, then the team will suffer. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't win the offensive player of the year, though. He's that important offensively, but we're not giving him the offensive.
And that's why your point of renaming the award
Yeah,
is probably
to
good. Yeah.
quarterback.
I'm just saying when the
Does that
when the
make sense
voters
what I'm
are
saying?
thinking of
Okay.
this, I think that comes into play. Like, okay, if you took Saquon off of the Eagles could still possibly make the playoffs. But if you take Lamar or
No,
Josh,
I get that. I completely understand. I know what the MVP part is, and I respect that. I'm just saying it bothers the hell out of me. A guy is an offensive player of the year. He wins the award as offensive player of the year, but the quarterback wins MVP, which is an offensive position.
like you
so-
said, just rename the award.
Just rename it.
Just
So
rename it.
just rename it to the bestest quarterback.
Okay, so I'm reminded of
Yes.
the league needs to take a cue from this show.
Okay.
So there was a time back in the day when this show used to have a bitch of the week and an asshole of the week.
Yeah.
They're basically interchangeable.
Asswipe, but yeah.
So they needed the
Yeah.
league needs to be listening to this show and be like, you know
true,
what,
yeah.
we need to accept a little change,
Yeah.
rename it to
Need
best
new-
quarterback.
Need new leadership. Yeah.
Yes. This show is very influential.
We need to make a call.
Yeah.
That's why I think like baseball's award system is
Don't say the best because I'll.
it's better than the
Oh,
NFL's.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't because I'll. come
Because a pitcher can
flying
win the
over.
Cy Young and win MVP.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the NFL won't do that.
Yeah. Because if Josh Allen was that important offensively to win MVP, because if you took him out, then he's that important as an offensive player,
Yeah.
which then tells you he should have won Offensive Player of the Year.
I agree.
Of course you agree. I make nothing but sense.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's up for debate.
Andrew Richard's bench, bring up a new topic. All right, let's talk Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame class got announced at that awards show dealio, so I didn't catch all those names that you were mentioning earlier. The one that stood out to me was Antonio Gates because that was one of my favorite
That's your boy.
players growing up. Yeah,
That's your boy.
I think he has the most touchdowns for a tight end or third most or something. He's up there.
Okay, so Jared Allen, Eric.
Jared Allen was a name that was kind of surprising. I don't know. He didn't have the longevity, I felt like, but I don't know. I don't know what the new barometer is because I think he played like 10, 11 years. And, yeah, he was probably one of the best DNs for like 3 to 4 of those. But what about the other?
Yeah, and he's not even, as far as sacks go, up into.
He's up there as far as like regular season. I don't know about like his career as a total, but
Yeah.
he was up there.
Okay.
And I think he had a season with like 20 or 22.
Okay, guys that were not.
Was he even the best defensive player on his team during the time? Wasn't John Randall there?
I think he's right.
I don't even think he was their best defensive player.
I don't know. I thought Randall was pre-2000s.
You know how we find out?
We look up his name. Oh, they were ships in the night. Randall retired 03. Allen started 04.
So I was right. No, they weren't. Okay, so what's more surprising?
But I guess, yeah, he had 136 sacks on his career, but I just felt like, these last 5 years of his career, 4 years, he was very, below average.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Ran out of gas.
I didn't know what it took to get into the Hall of Fame. If you needed to be one of the best of your position for, is it 5 years? Is it your whole career? Like, how do we judge
because
that?
Football is so short as far as, so 5 seems like a good number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in his prime right there, he was, one of the best DNs.
I don't think in any of them you can consider it the Hall of Fame anymore. I think it's the Hall of Very Good.
Well, if that were true, Brandon Crawford would be getting in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Don't start with me, Ben.
Can we bring that up, please?
Do not
Can
start
we
with me.
start
And
with that?
we got to get Coach and Haas on the same so they can just.
So is it more surprising who made it
I
or
was
who
surprised that
didn't?
Sterling Sharp made it.
Because Eli Manning, Adam Vinatieri, anybody better than him, clutch-wise, than Vinatieri?
If there was a kicker that was going to make the Hall of Fame, I feel like it'd be that guy.
Terrell Suggs?
I don't think it's going to be Justin Tucker anymore.
Oh, boy.
Eli Manning, is it strictly because of
The 2 Super Bowls.
the 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I don't know where he ranks in terms of like yards,
Stepped
like
on his toe.
57,000 yards.
Well,
in a career is
you
got to
understand the yards nowadays.
Yeah.
Stepped on right now in the
It's
cold.
Will always, be different.
yeah, it's so different. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people are saying he beat Manning. I mean, he beat Brady twice.
Yeah.
He's the guy that did it
Yeah.
when it counted. Doesn't that count for anything? And I'm not sure it does or it doesn't. I mean, just because you beat Brady, that doesn't.
I mean, Eli's career record was 500.
Yeah, he played for bad teams.
He did.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And then next year you have Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten. Who else did we say? Rivers. So it'll be tough again.
Fitzgerald is a
Brees and
walk-in.
Fitzgerald are
Yeah.
walk-ins.
They're
Yes.
both walk-in.
Rivers never won a Super Bowl, so that'll be. He could get in later. He's not going to be a first year, I don't think.
What about Jason Witten?
Oh. That's
Because
rough.
He was like the very good. Like he was
See,
always
I totally agree.
he was always like a top 5 tight end.
I
Yeah.
But
totally
I don't
agree
think
with
you would
that.
ever like, oh, that was the
because
best.
the other names, absolutely, you hear him, you go Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
right? You said with him, I go if I have to go, well, then it's. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing
What do you
everything
think when
they
you
can.
What do you think when you hear Rivers?
Oh, Hall of Fame.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The no Super Bowl scares a lot of people, but
know,
his
but
numbers
I
are
know, but Dan Marino didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's a ton of guys that didn't win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. That doesn't keep them from being in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. Did Rivers win an MVP even?
Wait a minute. When I say his name, you don't think?
He was my
No,
favorite
not about
quarterback
that. Not
growing
about-
up. So like I
not
love the
about
guy.
you bias-wise.
I
I'm
know.
just saying
numbers, if you look at the numbers, like, yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
He's top 5 or
Yeah.
top 10 in a lot of categories
Yes.
over a career, but he was, and it was partially due to the era he happened to be in. He was
Right.
never the best quarterback
No,
because it was
but
always
not his
Manning,
fault.
Brady,
But it's not his fault.
Breeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I love the guy. I think
Yeah.
he's Hall of Famer.
I think it's Hall of Fame.
But
Haas?
a lot of people would argue.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That took a little longer than I thought.
Yeah.
Well, I think even without the Super Bowls, you can compare him to Big Ben.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're pretty similar, and I think Rivers. I think
CGOC?
Ben will get in, and I think Rivers should get.
I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, Rivers was
Abba?
passing for over 4,000 yards even when he
Yeah.
was 39. Like,
Abba's locked in watching soccer.
Where did he go after the Chargers? In
Colts.
What are you
Colts.
asking me? Should Rivers be in the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame? Yeah, I think he should. I mean,
I don't even think it's a question. Am I wrong when I'm saying that?
no,
But I
it
think-
just
I think
depends
Vince
how
is
you.
right, though.
It depends
The
how you
Super Bowl
value
scared
those.
people.
Yeah, those other like accolades. A lot of people would say, well, he never won an MVP, never won a Super
Yeah.
Bowl, never went to a Super
As-
Bowl. How do you put him
Yeah.
in the Hall of Fame?
Okay, so are you doing that just for the NFL? Can you because
See, that's what I was
because
gonna
then
say.
you
I
go
overvalue World Series titles in baseball for individual players. That's why I even mentioned Crawford, because I overvalue titles and as far as a player getting into the Hall of Fame. That's what I'm saying. And in the NFL, you don't have to do that. The numbers speak for themselves.
so you have to win it in Major League Baseball to go to Hall of Fame. Is that what you're
I
saying?
think so.
Otherwise, you don't want them in it.
I think so.
That's going to be a rough few
That's-
years then when
Yeah, how do you
the
say?
class comes around. It's
Well,
just
no, I
going to
just
be
say I
all
think
Dodgers.
I
going
think
to
it's
the, going to the Hall of
overvalued
Fame.
for World Series. When you win a World Series, I think, oh well, they look at that number. Oh well, he won 4 or 5 World Series. He deserves to get it, and that's why.
I don't believe that though.
No, exactly.
Oh, okay. Because so in the NBA, there are plenty of guys that didn't win titles, but they were freaking amazing.
Yeah.
You're saying so Dominique Wilkins, example in the NBA, he was a one-dimensional player. He was the highlight film,
Hell
right?
of a
Type of guy.
dunker. Hell of a dunker.
Hell of a dunk.
Yeah, hell of a but he was a good offensive player. Okay. He didn't win, but he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, so what I'm saying is the NFL, when they put so much on a quarterback, and the problem is the quarterback gets all of the credit and all of the blame,
Yeah.
right? So that's a problem, right? That's a problem.
There's no other position where you would like look at the record of that player. It's only the quarterback.
That's right.
They get
that's,
the wins
that's
and
right.
losses.
And did
yeah.
you win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't because I don't play on the defensive side of the ball. NBA, you can score 24 points a game, but if you're giving up at that position as a defensive player 25 points against your you're not a good player,
Yeah.
on both sides of the ball. NFL, you get to only play on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
Not if
So-
you're Deion.
What's that?
Not if you're Deion.
No, I mean there are outliers, and when the league first started, you played both sides of the ball. But I'm just saying, now that you only play quarterback, I'm not responsible. I scored 35 freaking points. I'm Dan Marino. I scored 35 freaking points. Well, we gave up 40.
Yeah.
How is that my fault?
Yeah.
I didn't throw any interceptions. We didn't have any fumbles. We scored 35 points and we lost. How is that on me?
Yeah. And I threw
In a
for
playoff
500
game.
yards.
Yes.
You know.
Right. So I think it's a BS way to look at it. That's what I'm saying.
I just think, like I'm saying, and like me personally, I overvalue World Series titles when it comes to baseball players getting in the Hall of Fame. That's all.
Crawford was a dog. I mean, I think he's saying a dog like, laid down like a dog because he wasn't much of a player. I think that's what Coach is saying. Am I wrong?
No,
I'm
he's saying a
dead right.
dog
Yeah,
like a
he's
dog.
Yeah, he's terrible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think something's coming to me. I think we had a conversation about this with you once before about Crawford. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, we have.
Oh,
We've had
okay.
this- and
You
I'm
wanna
not-
relive
I'm
it?
not having that conversation.
You don't want to relive it?
I hate you sometimes.
So Eli's 11th all-time pass yards.
But the numbers are slanted because of
Yeah.
the era.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I hear his name, and because he's a Manning, people think he's supposed to be in the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame.
Yeah.
But I think
He's
he gets a
not-
lot more credit for because he beat Brady too, though.
That's my point. So
Yeah.
do you give credit for that because you beat the GOAT? I don't think you should. It's not like Brady failed in those games.
Yeah, well, I
It
mean,
took an immaculate
yeah,
reception.
both of those were
Both of them.
freak like
Yeah, one on the
catches.
helmet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then what was the other?
Manningham down
Yeah,
the sideline.
yeah.
yeah.
But you can also say Brady could be over because every one of those games were close.
True.
And then you can say he could have won every single one of them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But, I mean, you can tell one thing in all of this Hall of Fame talk.
Uh-oh.
The one thing you can see is they're trying to keep every Giant out
Oh yeah.
because they're not worthy.
No.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
No comment.
It's in the script. Hero of the week, Haas. Who you got?
Oh, God.
Yes, he's always a hero.
I'll take the easy road and I'll say Elon Musk
Man,
for what he's doing with the with our books.
big,
Yeah,
big
excellent.
Doge guy.
Yeah.
Oh, me? My hero of the week is technology.
Is this the
Love
wife
that.
story again?
It's two-part. One,
Okay.
one that,
Okay.
and two, I bought this thing for. It's called an AI cameraman.
Nice.
And
Do you
so,
know what that is?
No.
Okay.
And so what it does is I can set this up at the kids' games. Goes up on a tripod, and it's a thing, and you put your phone on it.
Now you're talking about your own kids. You're not just videotaping kids because you're
Videotaping-
not a sick.
Oh,
You're not a sick
Newcastle
human being.
just scored.
You're not a sick human being.
It's a sports event.
Okay.
I'm videotaping the game.
Okay.
But what this thing does is pretty cool. So it has a little camera on the front that has AI technology, so it follows the player's movements, not necessarily the ball. And this thing rotates, and it's also connected to your phone, so when the ball's on the far side of the field, it'll zoom in. So it's recording the game with your phone, but you don't have to do anything.
Can
Yeah.
you lock it in on your boy?
You
To
can
follow him?
it can lock it in on a number.
That's
but
wild.
so it's the technology is.
What would you
Crazy.
put a price tag on something like that? Can I guess? Can we all do a guess?
You can. Well, I've been looking at this type of thing for a couple years.
Yeah.
It finally the price point got low enough for me,
So you're-
and the technology looked like it
Don't
was
give
good
it
enough
away.
that I pulled the trigger. So go ahead.
Five
Okay.
hole.
Haas, start out. What do you throw with the tripod
Yeah.
included
What was
in this?
what was all in the package?
Can I find out what's going on here?
It's a 14-foot tripod
Okay.
14 foot.
in a bag,
Yeah, about Haas's height.
At least $45 right there.
and then the AI cameraman that sits on the top and does all
I'm
that.
gonna say
Now, do you have to
gotta
feed
pay,
this guy?
You got
I
to
mean,
pay the app subscription.
No,
fee?
there's nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 1,500.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Is it Price is Right rules?
Yeah.
What was your guess?
1,500.
1,500. I'm
1501.
gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. $6.99, Bob.
I would say 2,200.
I'm gonna go $1, Bob.
That was a good number. Yeah.
So we're going prices right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the winner.
Yeah.
It was about 500.
Ah! I was
Man.
gonna say 500 when he
Man.
said 6, but I said, you know what? I do the $1, I will win this.
But so for all of that thing does, it's I'm not.
So when
That
you
tech
said the
savvy.
price point came down, were these guys close because when you were originally looking at it?
Something similar like a year and a half ago was about 1,000.
Okay, who had that?
That would have been me. Yeah.
That would have been
I was the year ago winner.
yeah. I was the right now champion once again. Oh, we had a discussion on the show. You hated me because of the 2 bets you lost.
No.
That's not it. Okay.
And I won the one with bench. Cardinal Steelers better season.
That's right.
What was that? A dinner?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all
I've
have
been-
to
I've
go
been
out.
hol- I've been
to
Yeah, yeah,
dinner
no, I know.
Because you owe him, and
Him,
he
yeah.
was- his
Yeah, yeah,
business,
And Abba will come just because we want
He's
Abba
Abba.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CGS
Oh, is
can
it?
come
Wait
if
a
he
minute, wait.
wants.
Wait a minute. Is it because he's?
No, I enjoy his company.
Oh, okay. Not because of racism.
It's like a token type thing.
Okay, I saw what you were doing there. Yeah.
That's why I wore my cap.
What does it say? Something black.
What's it say?
I can't see the top.
The original.
The
black.
original black. Oh, okay.
I didn't know who's.
The original, as opposed to like a new one. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go. Me and Bench will split the bill, and you guys.
Okay.
We'll do credit card roulette.
Coach
My-
wants the
oh.
link.
Send me the link. Oh, I wonder if he wants it for baseball purposes.
It's not really tuned in for baseball. I think it's more of a basketball, soccer, and it has all kinds of like you can adapt to how old are the kids. Is it an 11v11 game, a 9v9
I think he's
game?
just more talking about for recording a game.
Yeah, it would work.
It would work.
It would work.
Not as much the tracking part. But
If you can later
you-
just send it to me and I'll send it.
you
to
could
it's-
probably find
can
a
look at
cheaper
s-
version, is what you're saying.
He can look at. There's probably something more designed for baseball. I wouldn't
It's
know. 'cause
for
I
the
didn't look.
fast-paced games, not the boring games.
But
Yeah,
it's
I'd say.
that's true. I think you could hire an 80-year-old woman to stand there with her
Yeah,
phone,
that's true.
and she would
Record a
capture
baseball
everything in a
game.
baseball game. That's going to cost a lot less than $500.
Yeah.
But coach,
You can buy an old lady. Less than 500.
for an hour at a time. XBot Go is the name of it. XBot Go Chameleon is the name of the product.
That sounds pretty Chinese.
It feels pretty Chinese. I should have brought it. It's pretty.
Coach said gatekeeping. I get it. My hero is also going to be the Elon Task team. Some of the numbers that I saw last night as far as money being spent and then what it was being spent on was pretty wild.
And the
Hundreds
thing
of millions
that,
of
yeah,
dollars.
the thing that bothers me,
for
Bench,
just
is
agenda stuff in foreign countries.
Yeah, the liberals such as CGOC are all upset about it
Yeah.
that Musk is doing this, which tells you
Where
they
their
have skin
priorities
in
are.
this game,
Yeah.
which really, really bothers
Could
me.
you imagine if the Republicans were out there crying for people to get in the streets and fight this and
Yeah,
this and that?
yeah.
What the shitstorm they would bring down on people?
Yes,
Like,
yeah. I get it.
Yeah, it was wild.
My hero?
Yep.
It would have to be Trump, because 2 reasons. The team that he's putting together, which is a no-nonsense team.
Yep.
The other reason, I just forgot it. I can't remember.
At his age, it happened.
He's 65.
I mean, seriously.
Don't blame
you
him.
know, I'm surprised he was able to find a studio. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got up this morning.
I
He's
actually
like, I know I
saw
have
him
to do
wandering
something.
in the streets when I was driving over, and I said, "This way."
Oh,
Yeah.
the second reason is the pace at which he is doing things is like unseen.
And I think
nobody has ever done
I think
this
that's
that
why
I
they're
know
losing
of.
their minds is because
Yep.
of how fast it's happening.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to go Trump also, and everyone had a really good one. CGC, not so much. Is the thing he did on the transgender thing when he signed it and had all those girls around, and then he called them up with them, and he goes, I know the Secret Service is a little nervous, but I think I'll be all right with them. It was such a great moment for girls and women sports that we don't have our heads up our rear ends anymore and realize this is foolish.
Yeah.
Absolutely foolish. So it'd be Trump.
I'm just so tired of
Again.
seeing all these people just lose their minds over, and it's like he's not afraid to be the bad guy. He don't care what
he
you
don't
think.
care.
He is not afraid to do this, and he's going to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I love that.
All right, soccer time. CGOC, take it away.
Well, can I do a CGOC thing before you do that? Because he sent me something, and it made me laugh out loud, as usual. I love the fact that he comes on our show and hates us. It makes me... It makes me so.
I think it's a
freaking-
place of love. He wants us to improve.
That's it.
that where it is?
Constructive
Okay.
criticism.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just typical CGOC. I didn't think there was anything worse than baseball talk because I just don't care about the sport. Holy poop! I was wrong. The golf commentary, jeez. So we're doing the Pebble Beach thing, and
There was nothing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really was nothing on, but and it's a damn good tournament,
He
right?
told me about the text, so
Yeah.
I tuned
And
into the episode.
it makes me so happy he tears the show apart, and I honestly love it. I love it, but it just made me laugh so much.
I'm trying to save you guys from yourself. Like,
Is there any saving?
no, clearly.
No.
We just have to stay ready. Like we said, we never know when we're going to get called upon to.
That's right.
Oh, look at this. Look
Oh.
at this. Look at this.
You better not miss.
Through his legs.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Murphy.
Oh my goodness.
What an effort.
What? This team sucks. I'm just saying it out loud.
Look at
Okay,
that.
sorry.
Didn't give
I
up on the
digress.
play.
I digress.
Well, it's
Oh, soccer
CGOC,
time.
soccer time.
I don't
yeah.
really have anything specific unless there's something you want to talk. We could go over
I-
the English Premier League if you want to. Pull
No,
up the
I wanna
table, or
do-
If there's
I wanna-
something specific you want to talk about.
I want to do.
Oh, the whole rundown.
I want to do a minute on each of the boys.
Okay,
If
ready?
you give me a minute, start from the eldest
Okay.
one playing all the way down to the prodigy.
Are you gonna interrupt me? Or you want me to just fire through?
Fire, go.
Size and the
And I may interrupt. You never know. You know what
You
I mean?
don't even get a
I mean,
word out.
it's something that we do on the show. But go ahead.
size in the transfer portal. He's had a lot of conversations with some good coaches.
Wait, isn't there season like?
Spring season's going on. He's off the team as far as Chico's concerned.
Oh, that's right. So their season's done now. Okay.
Yeah, the
all right.
spring is like the bullshit season.
Okay.
So he's in the transfer portal. He's had a lot of talks. I would have to go on for a lot longer to explain all of college soccer, but he's had some really good talks with some really big programs, and hopefully we got some visits coming up in the next month.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back as far as Chico?
It was the summer he spent training with the Fuego. He decided he really wanted to play pro or low-level pro, and he thought that it would be much easier to do that coming out of a bigger school.
Okay.
So it's more about him challenging himself.
Are we doing D1? Are we doing D1?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Scholarships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Ten,
He's-
ACC,
ACC is the best soccer.
Okay.
conference.
Hookers?
Mountain West.
I mean, you definitely have.
Oh, at Louisville, a lot of hookers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you.
Okay, middle one, sophomore in high school. The Clovis High soccer team.
Oh, no.
is like the record's like 13-6-4.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
All 6 of those losses,
To one team.
my kid didn't start. That's the only
Mm.
common denominator between all
Yeah.
6 of those.
Do you
losses.
point that to the coach? Do you go, hey, let's look at this?
I'm like, come on,
Hey,
You-
douchebag?
You don't know how to.
Now, is
read
the
the room?
coach like the one that Chico? Is this one also racist?
No. He's
Okay.
a friend of mine. I've known. Actually, I got him started in coaching.
And he hates you now, and that's why he's not playing your son.
He's just not.
So you a little jealous of the building name?
He might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
the Hall of
thing.
Fame,
Yeah.
the building's named
It's
after
a
you.
lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a big deal, kind of.
Maybe in Clovis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if you got him started, I mean, and this is an honest to serious question here. Why wouldn't he play him? Now, what position's that boy playing?
He's playing either outside back or outside winger.
Is that a scorer position?
The winger.
Okay. In those 20-something games, how many goals has he?
I think he's got like 3 goals and 4 assists. Something
Okay, what's the
somewhere around
top goal scorer on the team?
there. I have no idea.
Is it more than 3?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
but he hasn't. I mean, he's played most of his time as defender, so he's not
Okay.
really expected it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
His totals are good for what he.
Is it the coach? Is it the coach doesn't know what he's doing? Is it your boy has an attitude? Is it racism? And number 4, more importantly, is it racism?
No, it's kind of a somewhat the coach doesn't know what he's doing. They don't trust him because he's a sophomore. So he's not
Oh.
as physically built as the other kids, but he's more skilled than the other kids.
Yeah.
And so they're
Okay, but
putting
this
weight in the physical over the skill.
Okay, but this is the part that really bothers me in this sport because you said this also about Sai, that because he got bigger and he worked out because he was his teammate was Hercules.
That's true. Yeah.
That is
the Greek
true.
god.
Yeah.
Beefcake.
Yeah.
Beefcake was All-American, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
First team All-American.
Legs, because of his legs.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so
Maybe his
it's
cock.
when you.
Oh, that's right. He got
So-
the whole
we
team
talked
to
about that,
hop
right?
on. Yeah.
I mean, when you could carry a whole team,
That's true.
On the cock?
that's got to be
Okay,
All-American.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm asking this question.
Mm.
The physical part of it in soccer, to me, I know it's physical. I know you got to bang and what have you.
What?
They bang all the time.
No, okay.
Yeah, that's what they do in this sport. They bang each other. I think it's so unimportant compared to skill. Like in football, physicalness would be important in certain positions, right? Soccer, to me, not so much. Tell me I'm wrong, and I will correct you.
You're
Go
wrong.
ahead.
It depends on
I'll correct
where you're playing. So in his club team,
Yeah.
its skill is very highly valued because the level of play is so much higher. At high school, it's a worse game.
Because
So
it's
physicality is just as valuable, if not more, than skill, because it's a lot more smashed mouth, straight up, get the ball and get it long and go forward. It's more simple European style, like German style soccer, and it's not as skillful. A lot of passes, not as much of that. So it lends itself to being a big fast kid will benefit you greatly.
Okay.
So you can get away with being just a big fast kid that's only okay with his feet. In high school, you wouldn't even be on the team in the club level.
Now, I'm just looking at your size.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have been bigger.
No, I was small.
Okay. So here we go. We're going to hear a hero story here. How did you get away with being such a wuss as far as body-wise compared to others in school then?
2 reasons.
Here we go. Here comes the hero story. Haas, write these down just so we can put it on a placard.
First reason, big cock.
Oh, excuse me, 3 reasons. I played really, really smart. I anticipated everything. So you've talked to any coaches that ever coached me. He's one of the smartest players.
He's not one of. He's the smartest
maybe
player.
Some of them would say the.
Yes, some of them say.
But
can you do it as Trump for me, please?
No.
Come on, do it. Just do it.
And the other
Some would say.
I was really mean, so I would play really dirty.
Okay.
And so I could get away with. I would intimidate people that are bigger than
Now
me.
this boy in high school.
So he's going to be my biggest kid.
Okay, but he doesn't have that, like
No.
a cut your throat. He's more like the wife.
No, he does. If they cheap shot him, then all hell will break loose.
Yeah.
But until that point, he plays kind of passive. So I've been trying to, like, you got to get meaner.
Well, why
especially
don't
in
you
that game.
punch him in the balls before the game starts?
It seems a little extreme.
Just
I
a
don't know,
little.
but whatever.
I mean, if you want to come to the next game and give
I
him
will
his
kick him
warm-up,
right in the
that's
balls.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
I don't
funny.
know.
I feel like that's how I was. Now, granted, it was like, elementary school, junior high soccer, but I was that way.
Yeah.
Where I was more passive, and I always played like a sweeper type position.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there was a team that was getting chippy and that I didn't like, I stopped going for ball and was going for head.
Right.
Like I was just
Yeah.
trying to knock a kid out in the back. But
See, but how
See,
do you teach that? Because I'm trying.
Okay, so hold on.
now-
I'm going to answer the question. My daughter, my daughter is a psychopath, and she's a psychopath because I instilled that in her. And I'm talking very early. So I would go to those soccer games when she played
You
in
didn't kick her in the balls, did you?
No, of course
Okay.
not. She kicked me in the balls.
All right.
And I literally, on the way home one day, and I said to her, this is the last game. Look at the field. This is the last game you're going to play. And then, of course, the waterworks, right? And she's like, why? I said, if I see that kind of crap out there again where somebody pushes you and you let it happen, said, you'll never play a sport again. And she loved playing. She loved playing, right? So literally, and she knows me. I don't just say it and don't mean it. I literally will mean. And like my grandchildren, you don't pick up those toys when I tell you to pick them up. I just take them, I throw them right in the garbage. And they think I'm kidding. Well, they don't think I'm kidding anymore.
Yeah.
So they lost those toys. Same with my daughter. She knew I'm not messing around. So after that, I watched her go and try to kill people, which made me happy.
Right.
I ran around naked. I was so happy about it. So you
Not
can't
fun, right?
instill it. You can't instill that in with fear of not being allowed to play anymore.
See, because that's what I'm trying to do with my 16-year-old right now. As far as basketball, he has got all the skills to be good at basketball, but he doesn't have that killer mentality that I've only ever known as an athlete, to have that killer mentality, like go get it and punish
How old
anybody
is
who
he?
gets 16.
How old is he? 16?
Yeah. And so I've got him playing against older men at like in a rec league. I went out and I bought him the Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality book, and it talks about being physical and not being afraid of being physical. I am trying so hard to teach
So what
this
does he
kid right
tell
now.
you? What does he tell you when you say,
He doesn't feel the need to be that physical. Like he thinks he can finesse his way through it all the time, and I'm like, no. There comes a time where you just gotta.
but when he's playing against these older guys,
He's starting to learn now. He's starting to learn because they're pushing him, and I tell them, push him around.
well, this is what I'm
Push him
saying.
around.
So what I would do is I would go one-on-one with him, me personally.
Yeah.
And I would chip him. I would constantly elbow him. I would get him pissed off to the point that he's going to cry.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'd get him to understand, son, this happens all game long. Either you are going to walk away in tears or you're going to fight back and start fighting back now. If you don't, you're going to be swept under the rug.
Yeah.
So you have to teach him to be more physical. You have to.
Yeah.
You seriously have to. And if you don't, then this is what he's going to get. He has to understand being bigger like that. Was Shaq ever a great basketball player? Like physically a great basketball player? Or did he just overpower everybody? Just overpowered everybody. Akeem Olajuwon was a phenomenal basketball player, skill-wise. Shaq, dump it to him, and then let him take 3 guys to the rim with him, right? Bring him over. I'll beat the hell out of him. Swear to God.
I'm doing
Swear
it
to God.
myself right now, but I'm getting.
But you're the dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, the Prodigy, last one.
So the Prodigy we got a call from LA last week, and so he's got a
Galaxy?
one of the LA MLS franchises. So he's going to go train in their academy next month for a week.
Okay. The European stuff is over with?
Unless I want to move there. It's the only way to do it.
Why don't you want to move there? Food's really good. People have great dental plans. This is where you want to be.
Now I'm playing Spot the Truth. I haven't found one yet. Weather's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Weather's always fantastic.
I mean, look at this.
I mean,
You don't want this?
who doesn't like that?
Year round?
I don't. I hate that weather. Hate it.
It's like living in Washington.
Can't
Yeah.
stand it.
Oh, that's a concussion.
So is that physical?
He's dead.
That was just a head collision.
No, but I'm saying, would you consider that a physical play there?
I'd consider it an average play.
That's what I'm saying. That to me is nothing.
Yeah.
Just 2 guys going up for a ball.
Yeah,
right?
it's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
There's been way worse
Yeah.
things have happened.
But I'm saying your son would try to avoid that.
No, he's just I don't know if he's intimidated. So he's about 5'8" right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like 6'2".
Yeah.
And he's more solid than the other two. The other 2 kids are very quick and explosive.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, and he's just a different type player. So I'm trying to instill in him, like, you need to be an enforcer in the middle of the field. You need to embrace how big you're going to be and start playing like you're that big.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that guy.
Love it.
Look.
You ever think what? What?
That's the
on
guy.
his phone.
His phone back.
Oh,
That's my guy right there.
that's your guy?
That's my
Does
guy.
he have a name?
I don't know what his name is.
Oh.
He's just always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's the 3.
I don't think he owns a shirt, actually.
That's the 3 boys.
Yeah.
Of the 3, the youngest is still the best out of the 3.
Has the highest ceiling,
Yeah. Okay.
I would say. Like, if they played 1v1, no, he loses. But
No,
he has the
no,
potential.
I mean, he's much smaller than they are. I'm just talking
I
about.
thought it was a silly question.
No, it is, but your answer was
silly answer.
stupid. Your answer was terribly stupid. I mean, come on.
Just matching the level of question.
No, my question wasn't silly. I said, out of the 3, skill-wise,
Yeah.
which one is the best still? Is it the youngest? I mean, I don't know. How is that silly? That's a legit question.
It could be construed a few different ways.
Nah,
but
that's you're going retardation.
I
part.
speak English.
Do you?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so Bench wants you to cover some of this.
Okay, so this is
How far in are we?
so we're about 2/3 of the way in.
Okay.
And so Liverpool is going to win, which is a shocker because Man City's won the last like 4.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big and Liverpool had a brand new coach. So they had a longtime coach that stepped down, retired this year. And so they had a new guy they brought in from Denmark or Holland. And nobody knew how that was going to, because it's basically an unchanged team from last year.
With a new coach.
Got rid of a legendary coach who's got statues and restaurants.
You mean
in
got rid
Liverpool.
of, fired?
No, he quit.
Okay.
He retired.
Okay.
So it was it's kind of unexpected, and then the real shocker is in the 3rd place is Nottingham Forest.
That's what I was going to say. That name stands out to me.
Going into the season, there was several people that had predicted Nottingham Forest to get relegated, let alone be all the way up in 3rd. So that's a pretty amazing run they're on. And then the other shocker is where you see like Man U, Tottenham down in the bottom half. They're just having really shitty teams, really shitty seasons.
Is that like a Leicester City type situation?
It's almost, yeah. I mean, they won't be able to pull off the Leicester and actually win it.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for them to fall off, and they just haven't. But they have a tough run of games coming up, so I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will finish up there. So the top 5 spots will be Champions League spots this year. It would be pretty amazing if Nottingham Forest made the Champions League.
Yeah.
Because they're just a smaller team. It's a smaller budget. It's a smaller everything.
Hey, that show I was watching that you guys told me to watch.
Sunderland one?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask how Sunderland doing.
Sunderland's in the next league down, and I think they're towards. Yeah, there they are, fourth. Yeah, they were at the top for a while.
So, but they moved up. They were relegated.
They were down in League One.
Yeah.
I think they've been as low as League Two, but this is
they're
the next,
climbing.
So they could potentially get into the Premier League next year. They're right in the mix.
They're my lads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bench and I.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking, have you watched that Wrexham show? Because you like what's his face, Ryan Reynolds, so much. Have you watched Welcome to Wrexham?
I've not.
Ryan Reynolds and his wife are going to get obliterated. They are making the biggest mistake of their lives, and they're going to pay a big price
I know
for their
nothing about
stupidity.
A lot of money.
You should give that show just give it a couple episodes.
But
and
is
see
it
what you
like
think.
the other one?
It's different, but it's similar.
But do I have the fan base that I can?
Yeah. Oh, the fan base is crazy. I don't think you'll have as much of an emotional connection like you would have with the Sunderland. I know you like to cry.
I love emotional.
But it's entertaining. It'd be worth just give it a couple episodes.
Okay, what's it called again?
Welcome to Wrexham. So what it is Ryan Reynolds and the other dude.
I think that one's on Hulu.
I was going to ask where it was.
They bought a team that's down in like the third.
No,
division.
I remember hearing that they bought a team. Yeah. Okay.
And so then it's their process of trying to build this team up, make
Okay.
stadium renovations. You're dealing with fans, and it's pretty good show.
Is Aston Villa the one that JJ Watt has
No,
a part?
he is part of. I want to say Bournemouth,
Yeah, it's big.
Okay.
and they're having a pretty good
big
year
it
too.
is.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty
It's
good. That's a pretty good run for them as well.
It's like Godzilla going down the street.
Galaxy fun.
I don't understand
That
that.
explains it.
You know.
Oh man, the accountant's got to be struggling. He's a Dortmund guy.
Yeah, they're not having a good run.
So is this a different league?
This is German, but nothing ever changes in German league. It's
not-
always
not much.
Bayern, and then a bunch of other teams follow.
Yep. That's why it's not as interesting to follow. The soccer's still good. Like I can watch a game, but it's not as compelling of a.
Okay,
of
but
a
now
follow.
what's the difference between that and the league you're talking about? It's
Wha-
just
One's based in Germany and one's based in
no, but I'm
England.
saying they never cross and play each other.
in
then.
the Champions League they will.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Same thing with the French league. Like you see, Paris is always at the top. The Italian league, there's only a couple teams that have a chance to really win it every year. It's just not as fun to follow. Spanish league, they're all the same. So the English one is the only one where you get a Nottingham Forest story. You get teams that fall off and teams that have crazy years. So where the number one team could lose to the last team could happen. Does happen.
Okay.
So it's just a lot more parity.
Baseball talk?
Well, I want to ask
He's
Haas.
so excited.
I want to ask Haas.
CBOC's so excited.
I might be in the bathroom for 20 minutes.
Pleasuring yourself?
Maybe.
No.
Is this good for baseball? What's going on?
Dodgers, no.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I mean, there's this. When the Yankees were doing it, I didn't like. Now this is on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was screaming that MLB was going to have to step in at some point because the Dodgers were becoming a monopoly.
Yeah. So it literally is magic marker them into the World Series and see who they beat in 5-6 games. Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I think this is terrible for baseball. Like I said, if my team did this, I wouldn't like it. I liked it when the Yankees in the 90s, they had all the developmental stuff and they brought up the Posada, Jeter,
The ingrown talent. That
but
was,
yeah,
it's coming through the minors.
and okay, then you can go ahead and grab a piece in the free agency
The
thing.
Yankees
And
did it. Then more recently, and it's not because I'm biased. The Giants did it when they went on their run. It was all ingrown talent. They went out and got a few guys, but
yeah, no, and I respect that more than just purchasing.
Yeah.
this.
And the funny thing is that some of these guys act like I'm considering this team and this team, but they're going to the Dodgers.
No, you're full of it.
Yeah, you're
all
full of
you're
shit. You're
doing
going
is
to-
trying to
yeah,
raise the
price.
Yeah. So you get a little more money. But the game was unwatchable to begin with.
Yeah.
Because these guys
Stop it.
These guys
Stop it.
These,
Stop it.
these guys are
I'll yell
you
for
know,
you
swinging and missing. These pitchers won't pitch inside, you know, all that. But now this is just it's not. It's a tier by themselves, and it's not close. Am I right? It's not even close. Now they won.
It might be close if you like only look at the actual
Dude,
payroll,
if
but with
there's-
like the deferred money that
No,
they can get
no,
off
that's-
their
yeah.
books.
If their
but-
staff stays healthy,
yeah.
they're gonna win 130 games.
Yeah.
Sickening.
They're in a top 3 staff, right?
Yeah, it's Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto, Sasaki, and then they're gonna have Ohtani at some point because he's gonna start throwing.
Which I think is stupid.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him touch a mound again. And then who else do they have? They have a couple guys. Oh, they have Kershaw, who he'll be starting at some point, even if he's coming out as long relief. You know, I'm trying to think of what other starters they have that are in their bullpen that they're going to use as bullpen guys. It's like they could go to a 7-man rotation and keep everybody healthy all year long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Not good.
No. And then,
No.
I mean, position player wise, I looked at a guy like Conforto going there, and I'm like, what are you going there for? You're not going to play. You know, you're gonna platoon maybe once a week when you get when you face a right-hander. Because other than that, Kike is going to play. And if
Is he going there just for the ring?
they're going there just for the ring. That's all it is.
And the money.
They re-signed
And I mean,
Teoscar,
LA's not a
right?
bad place to live, apparently. You know, I guess.
Really?
So,
It's burnt down.
It's on
No.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, they got an idiot for a
Something
mayor,
going
a
on.
moron for a governor. Sorry, C. Josie. But
But I mean, you look at that lineup top to bottom now. There isn't a hole in it.
that's good. There's no hole.
There's no hole.
Yeah.
And I mean, they got rid of Gavin Lux so that they can make room for Kim, who, you know,
So there's 162 games in a season.
they need to shorten the season.
That's a different story. They should not. They should not lose 20 games. They'll be bored, and that's why they lost 20
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, and they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna have. They can, if they really want to, they can have a 7-man rotation.
Yeah.
Like, I would. What would you put the over under on how many games they do win?
Okay, I was kidding with the. So what do they say? You win 60 games and you lose 60 games.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed, and then whatever the math on the other is. Honestly, 125 wins this season.
I was at.
Am I wrong?
I was at 120. Like that's what I was
Yeah.
legitimately thinking.
Bench, am I wrong?
Oh, I was thinking more like the Vegas line, what they would set it at. 120 is way too high. Everyone
Oh
would
yeah,
take
Vegas.
the under.
Will,
But
Vegas. Will
Vegas would be like in the
105?
mid hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, but I'm asking you. If I said 125, do you?
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
No.
bet. I wouldn't bet on it.
No,
Yeah.
no. But
Just because too much can happen in that long.
well,
of
of
a season.
course. But here's the thing: they won a World Series, and they had absolutely no pitching.
Yeah, and now they have
Everything.
everything. It's,
I mean, here's the thing.
Hey, we don't know. Sasaki, maybe.
Here's
Maybe he's
here's
not
the
the
thing
guy.
though. As a manager of that team, you basically tell your pitcher, you throw 2 balls in a row, I'm pulling another guy in because you have 50 guys that can do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's that much of a joke.
Yep. And their back end of their bullpen is outrageous too. I don't know name for name, but some of the names that I've seen go there. It's
Well,
like,
you don't know, but I'm going to go to Abba because he's huge on this. Go ahead, Abba. Dodgers.
Dodgers what?
who are the Dodgers?
No.
What do they play again?
Never heard of them.
Don't like baseball. It sucks.
Hey, how short would they have to make the season to make the games relevant?
100.
No,
100?
I was-
100 games.
I
You
was
think
thinking
that would make it
100
relevant still?
100 games.
I was thinking 120.
No.
What would that look like though? Is that you play everybody in your whatever? How many times, or do you still play?
No, you don't do
Like, how do you cut that down to that? number.
Well, I go to
You just-
bench.
it's
You,
all-
you cut
well,
out a division
it's
that you
all-
play during the year.
Or it's just you proportion it, I think.
Yeah.
Because right now, they actually reduced it last year. You used to play your division way more.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
cut that down to increase the interleague play.
Yeah.
yes, they
but
get rid of
yeah.
interleague.
No, I don't like that.
No, you-
'cause
you just
yeah.
you
Why?
instead of playing 2 other divisions, you play one and cut your games back as far. Maybe you do cut some of the interleague games back, but
Yeah.
you don't cut them all.
They didn't play it before, and then you only saw them at the All-Star game in the World Series.
Yeah.
Go back to that. I don't need to see the Mets and the Dodgers during the regular season.
Yeah, but do you also need to see the Dodgers play the Giants 24 times?
No, you don't need to have 24. It's 100 games. You're not going to have that.
Yeah.
You're not going to have that.
Can you guys answer me this? What is the appeal about baseball? I mean, I get it. If you play, it's different than watching.
It's a good question.
Because I played, in my younger years, I played baseball, PE, that kind of stuff.
They
it's
had
fun.
baseball back then?
It's fun. But as
It was
far as
stickball.
watching it, I don't
He played with Lincoln.
It was stickball.
America's pastime.
That's where it all started back then. Hey, if it wasn't for people like us, you guys wouldn't even know what it was. How's that?
That's a good point.
But I don't understand the appeal of watching the game.
Legend is shocked by that statement.
You are.
I think a lot
Wait.
of it-
What do you mean by that statement?
What's the appeal of watching what statement?
I think the one about people like us. If it wasn't for people like us, I think somewhere along those lines is what he was looking for.
Older people.
Okay, you racist bastard. Okay, that's it.
I think a lot of the appeal is the fact that baseball is one of those games where you start real young and the parents follow the kids up and everything like that. And I think it's just that emotional connection that people have to baseball of watching their kids go through it and play it, and then in college and whatever.
Yeah, but
else.
I watched my kid play baseball.
And you still hate it.
And it's
I just think
fun.
it's
Like
it
I
has
said,
something
it's fun
to do with it.
it's fun to play it, but
Oh, look
to
who's
sit,
look who's
to
at the
sit
game.
here and to
Man,
sit here and
Andy
look at it
showed
on
up to
TV,
the-
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's the boringest thing I've ever seen.
It's much easier to watch it in person than it is on TV. But
I think the appeal is this. If you're a family guy and you got kids, that's the game that you can sit in the stadium
Yeah.
with them or at home, and the game is slow enough where you can explain
Yeah.
things, where in football it goes so fast. Hockey, it's impossible to explain. If you don't know the game,
Yeah.
by the time you're older, it's impossible to teach somebody, because if you're trying to watch the game and teach them, you're going to miss 50 things, right?
Yeah.
Baseball, it's slow enough. It's a summer game, right? You can take vacations
everybody's
doing
out.
it.
Kids are out of school.
Kids
go
out of
to-
school.
go to-
It's the appeal is that where you take your kid, they have fun, they do the stupid helmet ice creams,
Yep.
they're running around at that. The game itself used to be a decent game. There was skill involved. Now it's just one skill. See how far and high you can hit a ball, and that's it. And I hate it now.
I think going to see a guy like Ohtani is part of the appeal too. Ohtani, it was Mike Trout for a long time. People wanted to just go be able to say, "Hey, I saw Mike Trout play in person."
No, I
You know.
get it because back when I was younger, I mean a kid, I went to baseball game. I saw the A's, I saw the Giants, I saw Willie Mays
Yeah.
play. I saw all that, but it just
It is
didn't-
boring to watch.
It,
I won't
it just
disagree.
didn't click for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what it is. It just has to click for you.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of it is, like with me, I played it for so long.
Right.
It just naturally, is one of those things that appeals to me.
Right.
Well, you're
that's what
watching
I
it at a
think,
different
yeah.
level though, because
Yeah.
you're understanding the game is
Like
so much
I
higher.
love that part of being able to sit down and watch a game, and I'm thinking, and I'm in the pitcher's head going, okay, I have an idea of what he's doing here.
Yeah.
I know what he's trying to, I know what his next pitch sequence is going to be and stuff like that. I enjoy that part of it. So for me, it's different. But I think you're right, Legend, as far as like the family appeal, taking the family to the ballpark and, stuff like that.
Right.
There are a lot of people that would do the the Cactus League stuff. They'll take
Yeah.
vacation and they'll go to Arizona.
I want to do
They'll
that
go.
so bad.
You know,
What's
the other
that?
thing is,
I want to do that so bad.
I don't think the fan bases are as crazy. Like if you try to take your kids to a football game,
Well,
NFL game,
Giants, Dodgers.
Giants, Dodgers, people get stabbed
They'll
and shit.
kill
Yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah,
true.
They'll kill you.
But I just
No, but you're right. There's a violence,
yeah.
and when you're watching it, you're adrenaline. You're a different person. In
Yeah.
baseball, it's like
passive.
Everybody's just kind of relaxed.
you're
and
very
like,
relaxed.
It's
You're
hard to
very-
get fired up when you're eating a hot dog.
True. Yeah. No, but certain sports make you feel different
Yeah.
emotions, right? It is. Hockey, football, it's about gladiator stuff. Baseball, it's a summer breeze. It's, 4th of July, apple pie and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There isn't, it's just a casualness to it. And you have time to explain
Yeah.
everything that's going on because now with the clock it's a lot better. I mean, I'm telling you, son, right now it's made a big difference as far as
Oh, the pitching clock. Yeah.
it's
made a big difference.
it's fantastic.
I still don't.
Robot umps next.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Here we go. Knock it off.
No, he's right. It should be next. I mean, it's not
It's-
even a debate.
it will
you
be.
know it's true.
It will be.
You know it's true. I mean, seriously, I don't want to go through this. I'm going to filibuster for 20 seconds and just tell you, when you watch a game and you know it's a strike is a strike and the guy doesn't call it, or a ball's a ball and doesn't call it, you can't leave it in their hands anymore. They're morons.
I will say I've come to agree with your side of that a little bit more because I'm more of a baseball purist. I believe human error is part of baseball, but it's getting to the point where it's like, this is ridiculous. Like you can't have this much human error in a big game like this. Or
No,
in,
you can't.
especially with balls and strikes.
Yes. It takes the bat out of the guy's hand. It ruins a guy on the mound.
I've said I've
It
come over
ruins
to
it.
your side on this.
Yeah,
I
damn
agree
right
with
you are.
I just like giving you a hard time.
A lot
Next.
more people. A lot more
CGOC
people.
is getting engaged again. Let's go.
Good for you, buddy.
I'm here. I'm back.
A couple things on MLB. Pete Alonso re-signs
out.
with the Mets, and Flaherty went back to the Tigers after being traded.
Are you
From
surprised
the
about
Tigers.
the?
That's a good
are you,
one.
are you surprised about
Alonso?
I am.
You can blame the agent. I don't know. He was holding out to get a bunch of money, and then
Yeah.
he went for what, like $17 million a year,
$10 on the dollar. I mean, yeah, it wasn't.
$27 million a year.
it wasn't
He was
very-
doing the Aaron Judge thing. He was using the Giants, and
Yeah.
Alonso used the Giants too. He was using them as leverage just to get the money up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope Bregman goes to.
the Yankees.
Where's he going?
No,
I don't know.
What did I hear?
I wanted him to go to Detroit.
Oh,
No, there was another name, and I can't remember who I saw that they said he may be going to. Gosh darn it, I forget who it was. And I actually said out loud, "Oh, interesting. That actually is a pretty good call there." And I can't
Cubs?
Was it the
remember-
Cubs? Was it the Cubs?
No, it was like a contender, like a team worth. Well, until you play the Dodgers,
the Astros.
it was the Astros. I heard he may go to the Astros. It's
Could
funny
you
because,
imagine if the
it's
Dodgers pull off
Astro.
the Arenado thing?
See, now you're just doing it to screw people, right?
Arenado is
like-
not the guy he was.
No,
he's not. But still,
Yeah.
have him batting seventh in that lineup.
Yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't have to be the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
But I like seeing Flaherty go to the Tigers. I think the Tigers are going to be a problem again. They almost made me look really smart last year, and I think they're gonna.
What do you mean almost?
Yeah.
They did look. I mean, they won a playoff series.
And adding Flaherty makes now they can kind of move Maeda out of the rotation if they have to. I don't know. I've turned into kind of a semi-Tiger fan just because of Skubal and I really like Spencer Torkelson. I think when he came back up after they brought him back up, he was a man on a mission.
So you think the Giants are worthless like I do?
I don't think they're worthless. I just don't think they're going to be very good.
So you're abandoning ship
No.
like you should.
Never.
No, it's a good idea.
They're never.
I like what you're saying.
Coach isn't gonna like to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm
He
not
still-
abandoning
he still
ship
believes.
at all.
No,
I like
Coach is
the-
on his way out also. He hates
No,
the
no,
Giants. Oh, yeah.
I just wasn't as excited about signing
Adonis.
or Verlander. People are like, "Oh, we got Justin Verlander." I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you got the skeleton of Verlander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If we'd had
No, no,
Verlander
that didn't-
5 years ago,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'd be happy with that. But and if the Giants are out of it, he's gonna be gone at the deadline anyway. If he's pitching half-ass decent, he'll be gone. So
Jung Hoo Lee's coming back.
what's that?
Jung Hoo Lee is coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna set the number at over under 1.
Okay.
That Abba knows any of those names you guys have just said the last 20 minutes.
Way over my head.
Taking the under, Bob.
You can make up a name and I wouldn't know who it is.
Dude, Peter McChestnut. Going to be a big name this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
I only say that because I'm right there with
Where
you.
did Crochet go again? Red Sox?
Red Sox.
Okay.
The Red Sox are going to be decent.
Don't say it.
But the Yankees, when they signed Fried, I remember sending you guys that message. I said that is a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
It's huge.
they would have never been able to do that had they signed Soto. And
Who said don't sign Soto? Who's the guy? Who's the one that said it?
But now what they got?
It was a little disappointing they didn't go after Christian Walker harder.
But they got.
I thought that would have
But
been
they
big.
got. Didn't they get Goldschmidt?
Yes,
They did.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
look at where he is in his career.
Yeah.
But still, I mean,
It's a one-year deal.
veteran. He's a veteran hitter that can still in that park. He can, he can
I
hit
know,
20 home
1-year
runs.
deal, which tells you you're not serious about this guy.
Okay, I have another question for you guys. How the hell do you guys remember all these goddamn names?
We're not 65.
I don't understand it. I have people at work that I've been working with for 5 years, and I can't remember their names. How the hell do you remember all these damn names?
I'm not sure if that speaks to the complexity of this sport or your cognitive ability.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I mean, he makes a good point there. He is old. There's number one. Number two is like when if I was to ask you about the Niners, you would know most of their names, correct? Right. So because Haas is such a baseball fan and he looks at what's called the transactions, the teams trading for guys. I mean, he's interested because he's looking at certain guys that he personally likes as players. So you remember these names. He's a former pitcher. He's going to remember pitchers, which then also translates into other parts of the game. Just like Bench here with baseball, I didn't realize how much he knew about baseball. He shocked me when he got onto the show. I just thought he was a passing fan, but he is well versed in it because it's something he's interested in. Because most of the names that come up are former A's that they let go.
That's true.
And he gets very angry
A lot of
about it.
all-stars.
So that hurts.
I just think like if you haven't played the game and you don't truly love it, then it's not going to
Right.
be very
Yeah.
appealing.
It's
But
like I tell some
I
people
just-
that try to argue with me about baseball. It's like, I've forgotten more baseball than you'll ever know. Like, just stop talking to me about it.
yeah.
Vaha says it's not you, Abba, it's them. So.
Any UConn basketball updates?
Yeah, so UConn yesterday lost to number 12 St. John's at home. This is when they had a 4-point lead, and then they decided to turn the ball over like 20 straight possessions.
It's going to hurt.
It's a tough way to win.
It's not an easy path to victory.
It's a bad game plan.
Wishing you had Cooper Flag right about now.
No, and yes. No and yes. I hate Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
Watching that game only made me realize how much I hate Rick Pitino. So I'm not saying that is a suggestion for you guys in the hate him bracket to put Pitino maybe in a Final 8 or Sweet 16 or Final 4. I'm just saying I hate him with biblical fury.
I got to wait till I see what seeding he gets. Make my decision.
He's going to be doing all of that.
I know.
Yeah.
You
Can't
got to
wait.
send me the list.
Yeah,
first.
no, I get it.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
He's going to send it to me.
He's
the
not
week
gonna
of-
be- he's
gonna
gonna
send
be
it to
the
me
only-
the week of the tournament.
No, I'm not.
I'm
He's
not
going to
gonna
be
have
the
any-
only one. You're not going to do the bracket,
No,
basically, because you're going to be in charge of it.
Yeah.
So he'll know it. He'll take care of that. And
Still
I've
don't know
already
how we're gonna do
started
that.
compiling names. And what's funny is, you would think having 64 names would be kind of difficult to do. It's like eliminating another 1,000 to get to 64, which is difficult to do. Yeah,
A lot of hate.
I do hate a
I
lot.
could have just done
I
the
do.
people that he likes.
Right.
It'd be easier.
It'd be easier.
Yeah, I do hate a lot. Yeah.
How's McNeely look since coming back?
He had a good game yesterday. Started off a little cold. You can see didn't have his footing, but then he took over the game, and that's where they got the lead after halftime. And then again, you can't pass the ball to the other team
And score.
And-
That's tough.
It's not optimal.
and win.
Yeah.
Ask Trent Dilfer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got anything on NHL?
Montreal is bugging me. They're in every single game, and they're leading almost every single game. In the last 6 games, they're 1-5.
Nice.
And they've had leads in every single one of those games, and they've pissed it away.
The Sharks have been
Except
doing
for the
that
Sharks.
Similarly.
Except for the Sharks
I
game that
text
they
Puck.
won.
Yeah. I text Puck the other night, and I was like, I've been turning them on more lately because I want to watch this Celebrini
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. And he scored
And he
against
does.
Montreal, yeah.
But they've found new ways to win that I didn't, or new ways to
lose.
lose that I didn't even know existed.
Well,
Like,
against Montreal, they had the power play, and they said, you know what?
yeah,
We'll let you score and win the game.
like
Yeah,
a shorthanded,
shorthanded
goal to
goal.
lose, like
Yeah.
in the third period, and then
Yeah.
the other night,
late in the third.
yeah, other night they score with like 2 or 3 minutes left to tie it,
Yeah,
go to overtime,
yeah,
give up a penalty shot in overtime, and then
yeah,
they go down. Like,
yeah.
Everybody's saying their
New ways
GM
to
is
lose.
like the greatest GM in the history. of
Well,
the
if you
I
ask
mean,
Puck,
Puck loves
yeah.
him.
Puck hated him, but now loves
Yeah.
him. He loves that last deal that they made to get rid of guys. He said it's absolutely perfect for the 3-5 year
window that they're gonna
window
look at.
that they're trying to develop these build to this. And because when I saw the deal, I said, "Ooh, I wonder how Puck's going to feel
Yeah.
about this." Well, then I talked to him, and the smile immediately on his face. I said, "Okay, explain it to me," because it was crazy. You know, because what's his name? He
Granlund was
yeah,
like one of
was-
their better
yes,
scorers this
and
year.
like they got rid of him, and I'm like, "Holy!" But he's 31.
Oh,
So you trade that for youth,
Yeah.
right? And future
maybe
picks,
a draft
right?
pick, yeah.
So it was fine. He loved it. Absolutely loved it. So Montreal is looking at its way to get out of the playoffs, while the
Bold
Sharks are screaming away
Oh yeah,
from
no.
trying to get anywhere
We're trying
near
to
the
get
playoffs.
another top 2
They're,
pick.
they're trying to tank again,
Yeah.
which
How's Connor Bedard doing?
picking it up again.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah.
I know he
He's-
started slow.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's what you call a really good hockey player. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to understand, he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. He's playing with men. You know what I
He's
mean?
12.
And he's dominating, right? I mean, he's not a fish out of water. You look at some of the stuff this kid, when he grows and matures in his body, like C. Josie's talking about with his sons, you're going to see this kid then get to a next level. He's phenomenal right now.
Yeah.
And what's going to end up happening because he's going to get stronger, physically more imposing, is going to be a different story.
And I haven't
Yeah.
heard much about McDavid this year either.
Oh no,
He's
McDavid.
quietly a monster.
No, he's
Yeah, I mean-
he's quietly
Like, I
Like-
haven't been paying
well
like,
when
crazy
he
attention, but
well
I'll
the
check in
playoffs
on
are going to
it.
start and you will. So
He's sprinting towards some records.
yeah, he basically, because of where he plays, if he was to play, let's say in LA, play in New York, Chicago, it would be a massive story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What he is a professional hockey player that's better than you. Do you know what I mean? He's that damn good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a wagon.
He's
He is.
something else, man. Something else. Any of those names, Abba?
Yeah, which one did you say?
Connor McDavid,
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that one.
household name.
Vaha said his voice hasn't changed. He's talking about Connor
Yeah,
Bedard. I mean,
hasn't hit puberty.
yeah, he's
Balls
a
haven't dropped
kid.
yet.
He's a kid. I mean, he really is a kid playing with men.
Celebrini, same way, 18.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So my youngest will turn 20 this month. He's older than this kid that's a superstar in the league. Think about that. And I look at my 20-year-old and I still look at him like he's a kid. And this guy's playing a professional game at the highest level, and not an easy game to play. And he's doing it like it's nothing. So,
Bitch of the week, Haas.
Bitch of the week. AOC. I am so sick of hearing her.
Good for you.
I'm just sick of hearing her run her mouth. She's all over the Doge stuff, and it's like, why? I don't understand why you guys are. Well, I do understand because you guys all have something to hide. But why are you? Oh, well, he's not an elected official. Well, who gives a shit? Shut your mouth. He was appointed to do a job. He's not doing anything but looking at the books. He's not changing anything.
And why are you guys so afraid of him looking at the books?
It's crazy. So yeah, but she's been the most boisterous, and I hate her the most. So.
Oh no, that's not true. You have that idiot. Chuck Schumer.
Oh, yeah,
he's a
Schumer
complete
too.
moron.
Yeah.
You have that idiot Waters. What's her first name? Maxine Waters, that moron. There's plenty
It's like they put her on screen more, though, because they think she's prettier than them. But
Maxine Waters?
No, AOC.
Oh, no, she
But
is
that's
pretty.
why I see her
Big
more.
cans.
Yeah. She was a
What'd you say?
bartender?
What's up? Big cans.
Sure. Sure.
No?
Oh.
Oh, it's me. Actually, I got a good one. I would like to hear.
Who woke him up?
We got off baseball, so I'd like to hear your take on this legend. What you would do in this situation?
Kill. I would immediately punch somebody in the face.
I'm having homicidal thoughts myself.
Go ahead.
So I live out in the country.
Yes.
Not country road, right? There's
Yeah.
not a lot of houses, and 10 times in the last 2 weeks, I've been woken up by this terrible sounding motor, right? And it's at 11:40. I started clocking it. It's 11:45 to 11:50, and it sounds like if you took an old moped and just said exhaust in a muffler wasn't for you and just cut it off. It doesn't sound. It's not a Harley. It's not a truck. It's not a diesel. It's some kind of contraption.
Yeah.
So I started clocking this. So last night, I was awake at 11:45. I'm like, let me go out there and see what the hell is driving by my house every night, waking me up. And it's some jackass on not a crotch rocket, like an in-between commuter bike, like not an enduro, not a dirt bike. It's one of those in-betweeners. And he must have cut something off the muffler. So it's, I mean, I recorded it on my phone just so I could see what this thing was. And so I have thoughts of stringing a wire across the road.
Good. I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
I'm thinking that's probably going to land me in jail, but I want to kill this guy.
So you asked me what I would do.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
You like the wire idea or something
No,
else?
I love it. I love it. I also love just being out there and punching a dude's face in. But so my neighbor across the street, previous neighbor across the street, the guy had a vehicle in his garage, I swear to you, worked on the same body part of said vehicle for 8 years, right? So the last year that he was living here, so it's springtime, the weather's nice, so I have my windows open. It's a Sunday night. So I'm good until about 8:30, you banging out dents and doing 8:30. I'm good with it. I seriously am. Okay, evening. It's now 9 o'clock, and it's still banging. So the wife, God, I wish she was here. True story. This is all true stories when I tell these, of course. Of
course.
I'm like Trump. I open up the window that's facing right across, right? And she looks at me. She goes, "Please don't do this." I said, "Just please walk away from me." Okay, because I am agitated. Like, how do you have the mindset that you're the only person living here, and that I would want to hear this, right? So around 9:15, I open up this window and I said, "I hear that fucking sound one more time, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna bash your fucking head in." Just scream it out. Just screamed it out, right? So you can literally hear the guy go like this, almost like, and then just drop it, just leave it, right? And it's done. So the next day, he's out there. I pull in from work.
Mm-hmm.
Pull in. It's daylight at this time because springtime, right? because you know what time we get home, right? So I pull in. I walk to the edge of my driveway and I stare at him. He won't turn around, won't look at me, right? And I yell out, "Hey, did you get my message last night?" And that's all I said. And never, ever did I hear it again. That's how you handle it. Because he flat out knows I'm going to come over there. I'm going to fucking knock his head off. I've got kids in the house. I'm trying to go to sleep soon. Knock the shit off. That's how you handle it.
Stand at your window and yell.
Yeah, he won't hear me. He's
No,
not going to hear me over the motor.
This is a different story.
Yeah, that's.
This is you wait on that street.
You know what I should do?
Call me over.
No, I think maybe I need to. You might have to give me GB's number because doesn't he patrol my area?
Yes, he does.
And maybe just have him wait out there.
Yes.
That's probably what we might need to do. GB, if you're listening, I'm gonna be calling you.
Yes. I like it.
Because the guy's like clockwork, 11:45, 11:50.
You think coming back home from work?
I don't
or
know.
Going to work.
I thought coming home maybe because there is like a Ledestri factory down there. I don't know what the hell they do, but so maybe that's when he gets off. That's what I thought. Why he's such clockwork, but maybe he's. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But
Yeah,
he goes. But
he
he goes
needs to
by my
stop.
house and then goes another quarter mile and then turns down another road. I can hear him the whole way down.
That's not right.
It's ridiculous. I don't know what.
Like
he
you
did to
don't
that.
care at 5 o'clock in the evening.
I wouldn't say, well, and I have a Harley that's obnoxiously loud. If it
You
was
don't
like,
care.
if it was like
But at
reasonable,
that time?
every night,
Yeah. Which tells me it's a work-related thing.
I would
Or he's at his girlfriend's house. Or
Maybe.
boyfriend.
maybe.
It's 2025.
That's right. That's right. I actually had to ask the wife yesterday, what year is this? I swear to God.
Welcome to Abba's world.
You know how many,
Shit, I'm old.
you know how many tags I've put
I haven't gotten
24
that
on?
bad yet.
How many door tags I've put 24 on?
Yeah. Well, since retiring, I don't even pay attention anymore, you know? You're beyond?
Couldn't think of it. Couldn't think of one.
You're beyond?
It would be all the people out there, newscasters and Democrats, that are getting on big balls.
Oh, yes.
I think they should leave big balls alone. And I mean, the kid.
Do you know what it is? Let me.
Well, they're banging on the kid because he's working with
Yeah.
Elon.
Yeah.
Okay. They go into the spill, at least what little bit I saw on CNN. They go into the spill about him, but then they say, well, this kid, you know, he has 4 or 5 companies. He's 19 years old. He started when he was 16 years old. And I'm like, well, what have you done at that age? You know, I mean, all you're doing is reading the teleprompter, and that's about it, giving your opinion, and that's about it. But leave the kid alone. He's doing what they hired him to do. I don't even think these kids are taking a paycheck, to be honest. I think they're doing it for free, like Musk is doing it for free. Leave them alone. Let them do what they're doing. I don't understand, like you said, I don't understand why they're such a get. I mean, I do. I get it. But, you know, I don't understand why they're so against this, saving money.
19-year-old kid, and he has the audacity to be ballsy by
Yeah.
saying big balls, right? So they're all pissed off about that, saying he's being vulgar. Hey, suck on these.
Do you guys
Suck on these.
Do you guys know the Sean Ryan podcast?
Yes.
He had Lindy Lee on there. She was the Biden Democratic. She was up there with like their fundraising and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
yeah,
went on
I know.
his
She
podcast
went
and
off.
just let loose.
Yes. Yeah.
You gotta listen to it. It's
Really?
phenomenal.
Well, it's because they attacked her,
Yeah.
and this is my problem. So the only reason now that you are turning around is because they attacked you. Now you're offended by it. This is the same party that
Well,
you
she-
were. This is the same party that you fundraised for and got all this money for, and you saw all the warts. But now because they're coming after you, now you're choosing the other side, and I don't like that. You should have done this
Well,
before
started,
that.
she says in the podcast that she started leaking stuff in 2023 to the press. That's when she started this whole thing. It's just now it's come to a head because now they're coming after her. And she's like, I need to get this out there to protect myself because if something happens to me, people need to know why.
I know, but Haas, she
Oh, I know.
should have.
I
She
understand
should
that,
have
yeah.
seen how bad they are in the 2023. Not leak it, just expose
Yeah.
it. That's what she should have done. My bitch of the week is all the Canadian fans that go to hockey games and are booing our national anthem our national anthem because of what Trump is doing with the tariffs. So suck on these, you bitches of the week. I digress.
Congrats on being the 51st state.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
PGA, you had something on golf?
So,
talking about the
you know
Pebble
how these
thing
guys
and,
are all dressed?
J-Day?
Yes. Jason Day. They're
Can you
all
bring
dressed.
it up? I need to see this so I have
Oh, yeah.
an idea of what he's talking about.
Okay, so you can see collared shirt, everything's tucked in, look professional, and this is the way golf is, and God forbid you do something different and, blah, blah, blah. So he wore sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And they're all over him. They're basically saying he looks
Made
like...
by a golf brand.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
it. I don't have a problem at all with it. Now, it's cold out there. He's staying warm. Now, could he have slacks on? Yeah, but who cares? I mean, what's the difference?
He looks comfortable.
Yeah.
That's my
I don't
point.
understand.
So they're saying he looked like John Fetterman.
There's Ricky Fowler in some full camo.
Kinda
Yes.
I kind of like that too.
Mhm.
You see a deer walk by, pop that bastard right there.
Hit it over the head with the golf club.
Did he lose his luggage? I've never understood the whole properness of dress being a big deal. I don't know. It's just the...
Dude, you know these country clubs around here?
Yeah.
Okay. They have told their members now that you're gonna lose your membership and stuff if you're not coming out and you don't have your shirts tucked in. And make sure you tell your guests also,
Yeah.
because that also can get you. I mean, who cares the shirt's not tucked in? I mean, what are we doing here? Well, I mean, what?
If, like,
They
the
act like
things...
it's Pebble Beach or something.
Well, like the things
Even-
that are
even
like
at
so
Pebble,
much,
who
the things that are so much more egregious, slow play, being obnoxious
Not
on the
fixing
course,
your,
not fixing
your
divot,
divots, not fixing your
not
ball
raking
marks.
bunkers,
Right.
like, things like that.
Those are important.
Yeah, but like what you're wearing could give two shits. Don't
Yeah.
care.
It doesn't
Like,
affect
Yeah.
what the course is.
No.
Oh no, we have, what is that from Caddyshack? We have a high whatever. I mean, it's just knock it off.
I kind of like that though, because you know what that means. That means all the memory of that day that I caddied is long forgotten if they're worried about this little shit.
Nobody will ever forget that day. It was the greatest day.
Baja said no jeans on the course.
Well, I mean, you can go to
Riverside.
any public course and
Yeah.
being a wife beater and they don't care. But I'm talking about these country clubs and what have you. But they're making a big deal about it. He actually looked good.
Yeah.
It's not like it looked bad.
No. It didn't have holes in it.
No.
He's not dressed like fucking Happy Gilmore.
No. What would be the problem?
Yeah. Movie time. Haas, you been watching anything?
Well, I was on vacation, and me and my wife, we got hooked on these short series on books based by Harlan Coben on Netflix. They're like murder mystery type stuff. Really good series if you watch them. But I will say we watched You Are Cordially Invited the other night, and it was the worst movie I've ever seen. I absolutely
He tried to save you. He did that on Movie Time last week.
I
but
despise that movie.
Didn't
Yeah.
get there apparently.
And then last night I watched London Has Fallen. Hadn't seen that in a while.
Oh.
That was good.
Gerard.
Yeah.
Nice.
All I've been watching is soccer, so it's not that interesting.
In movie form?
No, but that's all I've been watching on TV. I haven't been home much either, though. Been losing sleep because some jackass drives by my house at midnight.
I'm telling you just killed him.
I'm really thinking it's either GB or the cable wire. I'm not
I
sure
like
which way
the
to
cable
go.
wire.
Imagine his head just popping right off.
That one might get you in trouble.
Yeah,
Just a
they
little
don't
bit.
know you put the wire there.
Yeah, so Andrew H says wrong.
Standards must exist.
Standards must exist about the golf attire.
Hmm.
I get that to a point because then if you lax it a little bit, then it can go too far, right?
I think you got to read the room.
yeah,
Like,
I
I think
think
at
it-
certain courses it
exactly.
should apply, at others it should
Exactly.
not. Like if I'm at Airways and I want to wear a wife beater
Yeah.
while I'm drinking my tall can out of the bag,
yeah.
I think that should be okay.
Lebowski 23 said he rewatched Jaws. Still a great movie. That's a great movie. Yeah.
Youngest, yeah.
Your movie?
I rewatched Dune 2 the other day. It was on Netflix. I really did enjoy it, and I'm actually excited for the one that's going to come after that. I thought it was good. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't think I have a movie, to be honest.
TV show? Anything?
My wife and I,
It
we
can be
watch,
black
we
and white,
watch
it's
so
alright.
much stuff. I can't remember one from the other. I
Yeah.
mean, it's ridiculous because she's a shut up. She likes to DVR stuff, so she DVRs so much, and then we're watching that and Netflix and all the other streaming services, and
CNN. Yeah,
I
it's a lot of stuff.
So I don't have one.
Mine, I'm just going to go back to this, and it's quickly running out. I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm season 3 late in it, so I only have one more season left.
Oh,
It went through the
thought there was
part
more.
of where the captain was transferred to another thing, and
Yeah.
then they brought in Bill Hader.
yeah.
Just so stupid. So stupid. And then so I'm just past that, and that was funny. So it's pretty good. They're dating now.
Oh yeah, Amy.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. So they're dating. So it's a good show. It is getting a little bit woke.
Mm.
Did you notice that?
Kinda. Yeah, it's an NBC show. What do you expect?
Yeah. So if it does one more woke thing, I will not finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Youngest said Severance's new season has been good too. Vaha said that 65 is really showing Abba.
It's so funny. Yeah.
All right, top 5. And for listeners out there, if you're new to the show, I want to make a kind of a warning here. One of the members here is known for having the worst top 5s of all time.
That would be me.
And so you might he's going to go first. So if you want to skip about
Fruitcake number 1.
Upside down pineapple cake number 2.
if you want to skip about 5 minutes ahead, you can avoid
Let me go real
listening to
quick
this.
because I only have 3 because that's all I could think of.
All right. yeah.
Chips, dip, and wings. That's it. I could not think of anything else.
Okay. So once
That's
again,
I mean,
the worst
yeah,
top
it's-
5.
That's it.
You're just what? You're going to drink air?
Don't.
Nothing to drink?
Pretty consistent.
No
I'm
dessert?
being bad.
No
Nope.
dessert?
Yeah, I have the number 1 is beer. I enjoy
Yeah.
some craft beer.
Yeah.
7-layer dip.
Okay.
Spicy chicken wings. Got to be spicy. Got to have some kick to them for me.
Like
Okay.
buffalo type
Yeah,
spicy?
buffalo
Okay.
or hotter. Yeah,
Okay.
jalapeno poppers. I like spice. Jalapeno
Okay,
poppers.
poppers.
And then
The
another.
one from Costco, the one that you got from Costco.
Yeah,
'Cause
those
I
will
used
do.
to like those.
Those will do. I also like to make.
She
my
won't
own.
let me get them anymore or
Yeah.
eat that kind of stuff
I don't
anymore.
think you eat anything anymore, do you?
She doesn't let me.
Diet of rice cakes and
Let's-
crap.
Let's.
Oh, and then the big one that is also must is my wife has the best mac and cheese. It's world
Well,
renowned.
Well, I wish the youngest was here because he'd fight with you.
Well,
on
we
that 'cause
we can have a
he
mac
thinks-
and cheese throwdown
he
if you
thinks
guys
his
want.
is he thinks his is the best, but yeah, I never was a mac and cheese guy.
So
ever.
so my wife's black,
Really?
and so and the way they make mac and cheese, the way she makes mac and cheese,
Way to represent.
is not
The way-
not like
the way-
not the way.
Okay, so what's in
The
what?
way
what's-
yeah.
those people make mac
Oh,
and
yeah,
cheese.
those people,
Yeah, it's
yeah, yeah.
different.
So what do we? What's different?
she
like,
she puts her foot in it, as they say. You know,
I don't know what that.
I know that's a saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you eat it and it's really good, you're like, damn, you really put your foot in that.
Yeah, but what is she putting in differently?
all
would you
kinds
say?
of cheese.
There's a nice
there's a
crunch from the
cornflake
toenails.
crust on the top that's really good.
Okay.
It's got a texture to
Didn't you say your mother makes? Is that, or was it something else? That your
My
mother-
wife's made it's like an Instapot mac and cheese, but it turns out amazing.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
yeah, just a bunch of cheese.
Yeah, I never was, but I'm eating it a little bit because I'm not allowed to eat too much of it. When
It's
he
not
makes
good
it.
for you.
No.
like
No,
it's
no,
it's
no.
so
Yeah.
thick
Yeah.
and dense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much cheese. I mean, you're
Yeah.
literally eating it while you're pooping.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's got bacon on it. It's
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
It's really.
Does
good.
she do real bacon, cook
Yeah,
it, and
yep,
then
yep,
boom,
yep.
or she
No.
doesn't do the?
It's
No,
a
no.
solid touch.
No, she takes it. It takes. It's not a
Yeah.
5-minute job.
Yeah.
It's a-
Okay, it'd be nice if you brought some, bastard.
sure.
All right.
Vaha wanted to say only took 3 items to have the worst top 5. And then Youngest said, CGOC, with all due respect, my mac and cheese is insanely godly. Nothing comes close to it.
Well, that's
sounds good.
spoken like a kid with it's only been on this earth 19 years. He doesn't have enough
True.
experience
Well,
to make a
20
claim
really,
like that.
that's-
You know, it's okay.
All right. Mine is going to be chips. And then
Is there a particular chip?
I'm just going like tortilla chips because
Okay.
I like to have them with guac, with
Yeah.
queso, with salsa, with
Yeah.
7-layer dip, all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like all of it.
Yeah.
Burgers and dogs for me. I love
Wow, that's a little different.
I love a good hamburger and a good hot dog.
yeah.
I'd probably have 3 of
Chili?
each.
Chili?
Not a big chili. More just the
Dad.
fully loaded like ketchup, mustard, relish, onion, all that.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Wings as well.
Yeah.
I'm not as much on the spicy side. More like a barbecue wing.
Yeah.
Ribs.
Yeah. Good call.
So I got a lot of the barbecue stuff.
Yeah.
And then a good like chocolate chip cookie for dessert. Only
Costco?
because your daughter, when we watched it a few years
Oh,
ago at Eldis's house, she brought those chocolate chip cookies. and
Were they the most amazing chocolate
my
chip?
gosh,
Have you
those-
had those yet?
I think
You've-
Haas
have
has
you-
been here
One
one
time,
time,
yeah.
yeah.
They're insane. Real quick on the dip for the wings, what are you preferring, ranch or blue cheese?
Depends
or
on
neither.
the flavor of the wing.
Yeah.
With spicier, it's blue cheese. But
Right.
like a barbecue one, I like it with ranch.
Okay,
I concur.
they all have to be blue cheese for me,
Really.
and I won't have blue cheese with anything else.
No, me either.
It's insane.
That's the only thing.
Not even
That's
like
the
a
only
salad.
No.
No?
Ranch.
I hate
I won't
it.
have ranch with anything else but wings. That's
Oh, not a salad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. That's weirder
I'm more,
than mine.
I'm more like you. Like
Yeah,
blue
that's-
cheese is just wings.
that's it.
salad is ranch
yeah.
or something else,
Or
but
what?
not,
right.
but not
yeah.
blue cheese.
No.
Yeah.
I want a little different. Than
Hookers?
well,
if Abba's top if,
Well,
if Abba's
that's-
top 5 is
that's
better
close.
than mine, I'm never doing this again.
no, I mean basically some of the stuff you guys said I'm for, like the beer, the jalapeno poppers, but I also went with, because you said I didn't know it was just food. I thought it was
Oh,
things
no.
you must have.
It
Oh,
doesn't have to
okay.
be food.
Well, I was
Yeah,
going to
it's
say people for one team and people against another
That's
team,
good call.
Okay.
because that's what makes it fun. You know, you're just
Yeah,
going
yeah.
at it, and peach cobbler.
Mm.
I mean, I only have like 4 things, but peach cobbler for me is to top it off.
Yeah, see, I didn't
With
put
some ice
I didn't-
cream?
I didn't
Yeah.
put
Little scoop of
drinks
ice
in
cream?
there.
Yeah.
If I was gonna do drinks, I would. That's probably the time where I'll have a Jack and Coke and
Yeah.
watch the game.
I forgot one. Gambling. I need to have some money involved.
Yeah.
Whether it's squares,
Squares.
prop bet, sheet, whatever.
Okay, so mine starts with the gambling,
Yeah.
and I'm not a massive gambler
Yeah.
anymore, right? But gambling for the Super
For
Bowl,
one game a year,
it's
Yeah.
absolutely, it has to, because especially when you don't have a horse in the race, neither
Yeah.
team, right? So you need a little something to juice it up a little bit, right? So I'm talking meat. I need some meat, like a ribeye, tri-tip, something. I gotta have that.
Your
Uh,
burgers, those burgers.
No, I never thought. Oh, my burgers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the ones
yeah,
you made us.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
man.
I would
God.
never think steak or like ribeye because of a large party. That means how
Are you
are
allowed
you?
to eat ribeye?
No. Yeah, I'm talking about just for me.
Well, I know that.
No,
like,
no. I'm not talking about
You're
all these
watching
people.
it just like at your house.
Well, see, here's the thing. So the other thing which he brought up, which nobody else did, and I'm surprised he did because he has no friends,
Oh.
is you want to be with friends when you're doing this, right? You want at least 5, 6 people at your house. I don't want more. I don't like people, but I don't like that anymore because the game is no longer watched as far as it being played as much as it is. There's too much conversation going on, and I hate that. I'm more interested in a game than hearing about you guys talking about, not you guys particularly, but just stupid conversation. So I did like that when I was younger. Man, it was like 20 of us together watching the football game. But so the ribeye or the tri-tip for me, believe it or not, with that, a really good rice pilaf. I know it sounds so stupid.
It's like his New Year's dinner.
Right.
It was that New Year's? No,
It was
New
a-
Year's was seafoodish. Remember?
Oh.
It was a shrimp and
Christmas was the ribeye.
Thanksgiving.
Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was the ribeye. Yeah,
That's
because remember,
no turkey.
well, no, because for the boy.
Oh yeah.
No, tri-tip for me. No, we don't do turkey. We do the ham.
Yeah.
And, another one. This is hard to believe. A really good salad. I want a good freaking salad.
This is the worst list, Haas. You're good.
Yeah,
You're in the
you're
clear.
fine. Your wife's really done a number on you.
This is not a
she's taking
Super
a-
Bowl
she's
play
taking-
at
Taking
all.
your
Save.
soul.
Now this is all
This sounds like
encompassed in
a
what?
get-together dinner.
This is all encompassed in one because there's going to be a lot. So I like the chips with the guac and a 5-layer dealio. But believe it or not, the chip I like is the Ruffles.
Really?
The Ruffle chip.
So like
in-
a potato
plain-
chip
The
with
potato chip.
guac?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
really, really like it. So damn good. Yeah, because you're doing that tortilla, whatever. What?
Yeah, or
what
like
is
the Tostitos, like
Tosti- yeah,
scoops.
yeah.
Those are good
Nah,
for dip.
nah. The
Those are good.
youngest, he's a fan of that. Me, give me the.
The chip's just a vessel. What's important is the dip. I could
it's
go
true.
either chip.
Yeah. Are you making a 5-layer or are you
No,
buying it?
No, you always have. Everywhere I go, there's somebody
Oh,
else.
okay,
Somebody
so
makes
it's
it.
fine.
Super easy to make.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I've never.
For the for the drink. For the drink of lemonade. I'd really like a lemonade.
This is brutal.
Jeez. Well, the
And-
streak is broken.
Yeah,
boy.
right.
And,
All right.
and this will bring me back
Live to fight
Oh.
another.
Mrs. Legend's apple pie with the ice cream.
Anything Mrs.
It's
Legend
really
makes.
good. It can't save you though.
It won't save me?
No.
No.
That's all right.
Streak
still
is
want it.
broken.
The chocolate cake. Oh, man. I was gonna text you around my
Oh!
birthday too and ask you if she can make me a cake.
Oh, you missed this. She made.
His was
no,
it his
no,
birthday?
no, no, no. She just made a chocolate. Oh, I sent it to you. The picture?
Oh.
No, no,
And
no. I
he
sent
sent
it.
it to a lot of people to make us all angry.
Yeah, yeah. He got so pissed at me.
Very into food.
Maybe now
porn.
he'll send me pictures again.
He
was
got
mad at me for a while.
So
Youngest says, "This isn't my father," and then Vaha said, "Abba beats Legend with only 4 items."
I sent this chocolate, and I'm telling you, this is what's crazy. She makes this, and then she's worried about what I'm eating, right? And like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's sitting right there, right? I mean, I can't let it just
Well, if
go.
you cut out all the other bad stuff, then that the cake's not that bad.
I don't know.
How's that carnivore still treating you?
It's going.
I was
How-
gonna say,
how
you
many-
look like
how
you've been
long?
in the gym.
What's that?
How long have you done it now?
A little over a month.
I did it for 3 weeks,
Really?
like a year ago.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was just hard for me to
This
plan
one
it
says it?
out,
Yeah.
to cook all of my meats and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
I
prep,
keep
prep
it.
part
I
made
keep it
difficult.
very simple. So
Is it strictly meat, nothing else?
meat, eggs, butter.
eggs.
Yeah. I've lost like 18 pounds in a month. So
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I felt great. It was
Yeah.
just keeping up with it was difficult.
I miss a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna do it 2 months and then stop.
Yeah.
Add stuff.
Like,
back
what's
in.
the one thing that you're saying, man, when this thing is over, I'm
Dude,
gonna get
honestly, like
naked?
berries, like blueberries, strawberries, like that's a
Mm.
sweet, and I don't have any sugar, so I don't have any sweet right now.
Oh my god.
I don't even crave like the candy or anything. It's just like berries sound amazing to me right now.
I used to, my cheat thing was like pepper jack cheese. Was the only
Oh.
thing I
I
would
love
deviate
pepper
from.
jack.
I have a little bit of cheese because that's technically dairy.
Dude, what do you
Right.
do
Yeah,
to
you can-
pepper jack on?
Like what type of sandwich you mean?
Yeah, like
Me,
I mean,
like
because
everything.
I'll do it on a
Everything.
burger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
I
Oh,
think,
it's
I think it's good
so
on everything.
good.
Put on
Yeah.
sandwiches.
But I'm saying when I was on the carnivore, that would be
Yeah.
my, I'm like,
Cheat.
God, I would
Uh-huh.
have a chunk of freaking
Yeah.
pepper jack.
Yeah, I sprinkle a little bit of cheese on my
Get me
eggs
by.
every morning.
Love me a pepper jack. So really, that's weird. So that's the first thing that you're gonna get naked to is the berries.
So, like a bowl of like strawberries, blueberries,
I
raspberries.
know, but you
all
got it at
mixed
the
together.
wrong time of the year.
I don't even pay attention to that.
Okay.
What do you mean? What's a good time of the year for right now?
One more time.
What is good this time of year? What,
Isn't it cherry season right now?
Well, apples,
Doesn't it seem like you can get everything year
oranges.
round?
that's what
like-
I thought.
No, I know, but
It's all
there are
genetically
certain things
engineered
like
anymore. They
mangoes,
produce it all.
watermelons
what
are
we,
a certain
China?
time
Like
of
you
the
can
year.
get it all year round.
No, sorry.
I
dude.
mean, I realize that strawberries are a little better when they're in
Yeah,
season, but
that's
you
what
can
I'm
go to
saying.
the grocery store right now and pick up a
No,
thing
I
of
know. You, of
strawberries.
course you can. You can go get a watermelon right now. It's gonna suck. I'm just talking about it's the wrong time of season to dive naked into a berry bowl because you're freaking wanting it so bad. It's just it's not the time of season where they're at their optimal.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you asked me the question.
I know.
I just
I
answered.
regret it now. I mean, I thought something different, like food, like food,
Like,
not-
chocolate
I mean,
cake or something.
you know,
Yeah,
like
obviously.
I don't know, like
I would destroy a Taco Bell $5 box, but I mean, I'm trying to not go that far in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Trying to add in things.
you mean you won't do that just immediately the one time just to get that taste, and then
I think it would destroy my body at this point.
that'd be awesome.
I've gone away from all carbs and sugar to go to a $5 box. I'd be on the toilet for a day
That'd
straight.
be phenomenal.
You might die.
I could.
That would be phenomenal,
Yeah.
right on the toilet. Oh my god,
Just eating it happy.
dude! Can we do that? Can we do that on the show and have the
My
microphone
first-
here and just see how it goes?
No, rather not.
Be fantastic.
For everyone else,
Yeah. Well, you know what?
not my bowels.
Hey, it's for the show.
Yeah, true. Oh, Vaha said citrus this time of year. That's very true.
Mm.
I
I
do
said
have
that.
my little orange
said
tree,
oranges.
in the backyard that I want to eat and I can't have right now. So
Mm.
Really?
yeah,
You got one more month?
Yeah.
Bring me a bag of oranges next week, then.
okay,
Yeah, I can eat them.
okay.
I love oranges.
You have one out front.
This guy here. No, that's a.
Lemon.
My oranges are all done. Those
Oh.
are tangerines.
Oh,
This buffoon here to my left, Abba,
he doesn't look like
had
a
an
buffoon to me.
orange tree, and he cut it down.
Mm.
You know how those people are. They don't like citrus.
Too messy. Too many oranges. I mean, it was a Jesus. You see them oranges out in the trees out in the fields? That was my tree. It was just too much.
I hate free stuff.
How
too.
horrible! How horrible that had nothing but oranges on an
Yeah,
orange
yeah.
tree. Oh my God!
Yeah.
What a terrible, terrible thing.
I get if it was like growing pineapples. You're like, yeah, this doesn't serve much purpose, but
Well, when you're the one out there picking them up, that's a different story.
You don't have to pick them all at one time. You just freaking grab a.
No, I'm talking about from the ground, picking them up from off the ground. Those things are molded and.
Isn't that why you have a gardener?
Well, yeah, supposedly. But it seemed like he didn't pick up all the oranges.
Oh, you got the wrong gardener.
I don't have a choice.
That's true. Gated community. You know how these.
You don't
people
have
are.
a choice on your gardener in that community.
No, you don't. It's just one gardener. They choose.
Can you do your own lawn? Is it
No.
either you can't? So you have that's part of the homeowners.
Yeah, that's what we
Jeez.
pay.
Gotcha.
wow.
Hey.
I would prefer having my own. I would prefer doing it myself.
Yeah, you
to
take
be
the good with the
honest.
bad.
Yeah.
Some people just have the worst of luck. Just
Yeah,
the atrocities
I
you're
tell you, it
suffering.
is tough.
I
It's
can't
tough.
believe
I
it.
It's
tell
so
you.
rough.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
starving kids in Africa, and you're worried about picking up your oranges and having one Jose that does it all.
Yeah. I hear Gaza is really nice this time of year if you're looking for a vacation.
No
One
orange problem in
Jose.
Gaza.
No,
Oh,
nothing
man.
at all.
One Jose.
How did you know his name was Jose?
I mean,
Lucky guess.
Racist.
his brother Hose B was out of town.
Oh man.
Now some golf commentary here. Did you see how he put his hands right in his pocket there? Let's not
We
follow
almost
through.
made it. Come on, man. We almost made
Just
it.
Almost made it.
Hey, I hit a couple approach shots yesterday. You know, where just off the green and type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's all coming together.
there you go.
I'm shopping for a caddy.
Okay.
Yeah, tour is coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on tour again. I don't know. What the hell?
Is being fully healthy making a difference?
You know, I never thought, honestly, that it would be this great.
Yeah.
I swear. I mean, I'm limited on range, right? Like being
Yeah.
able to
Motion.
bend.
Being
Yeah.
motion,
But I am pain freaking free in that knee. Where before, you can ask this guy. Like I'd go help him at his house, or he'd come over and help me. He'd have to literally lift me off the ground, off the floor,
Yeah.
because my knee was so bad. I don't have that problem in that knee, but I got it in the other knee. So, but yeah, it is a game changer. Yeah. So much so, in about maybe 6 months, you guys watch me here to hit this shot like Scheffler, but mine will go in. Yes.
Haas, rate the show.
It was a 10 for me. It was nice to be back. I missed everybody. So yeah, for me, 10.
I was at a solid 9.5, and then it dropped to a 9.2 when you started talking golf. But I anticipated going back up to a 10 after your editing when you get rid of Abba's mistakes in the beginning.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You owe $3 to the jar? What's he owe?
You sure do.
You can Venmo it or something.
You're the only person I know that carries cash. Liar.
I don't carry small bills.
I'll make change. How's that?
I'm gonna go 9-8. Really solid show. We got to cover quite a bit. It was nice having a packed house for once
Yeah.
because it's just me and Legend.
And we've almost killed each other.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm on the show, it's automatic 10. So, I mean, that's all I can say about it.
Well, even though ABBA was on the show, which dropped it like an anchor, I'm going to go 9.852. The golf talk at the end was spectacular.
Yeah.
Me going pro is a highlight to all of you. You guys will be able to go to all of the tournaments I play in for free. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Now listen, Huss, if I choose you as my caddy and I ask for that 3-iron, you give me the goddamn 3-iron immediately. Don't try to talk me out of it. Just hand me the damn iron. You understand?
I wouldn't know what the fuck. If it
Just
doesn't
hand
look
me
like
the
a
3-iron.
putter.
Just hand me the 3-iron.
Okay.
I asked for a 3-iron.
Still
you
better.
The one
off.
with the
Hey,
3 on it, right?
Hey, you're
Yes.
still better off than me. He asked me for the 3-iron. I'm like, I think we dropped it 4 holes back.
Yeah.
I think it fell out of the cart.
You know,
When I hit that tree,
can
I think
can
it
I
came
just
out.
tell this story?
No
Can I just
3 in
tell-
here, boss.
Let me tell this story. This was at Riverside. We are on number 14. It's a par 5 along the railroad track.
Is that 14? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah.
We're all about to hit with the driver, and he sort of comes out of his sleepish thing.
Stupor. Yeah.
And all of a sudden he says, "You guys don't know how to hit it. Let me just Well, he's coming towards my driver, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to let him. So somebody else hands it to him. All you see is sparks, right? He misses and misses.
Love it.
Yeah, it was sparking, right? And it was crazy. Then he just goes, "I hell with it," and just throws the club. This is what I dealt with.
I think I had a collared shirt on, though, so I think I was
Oh,
properly
you were good.
dressed.
I actually have the video. We can put it
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
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 Solid.
All right. Anything else? Final thoughts?
We got a 10 from Vaha. Great lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, Vaha says to you when you said they fell, Abba, he says, pick them up before they fall, or pick them before they fall.
It's a bold strategy.
He
Bob.
didn't say idiot, but I'm gonna throw it in. You idiot.
That was the whole thing. There was too many oranges. Just way too many. Too much.
I love oranges.
Who doesn't?
I had one in my back seat.
This guy.
We don't eat them that. We didn't eat them that much.
Who's we?
My wife.
Oh, okay.
Wife.
No, that's not what he's talking about. These people don't eat oranges. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I don't know how these people get around. Yeah.
All right. As always, you can find the show on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, do whatever you do on there. Comment. You know, help spread the news. And our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Rate our show. Send some feedback. Top 5 suggestions, whatever you guys got.
Oh, he had one.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
sent it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that one in my head. I'm sure I'll forget it.
Yes.
So yeah, for the whole cast, Abba, Haas, CJOC, thanks for coming on. Legend, I am Bench. You've been listening to Balls Out Sports Talk, and as always,
Tell a friend.
usually we let the guests.
I know. I was looking at it, but he didn't do it. Go ahead, do it.
Tell a friend.
You too.
Tell a friend.
All right, you too.
Tell a friend.
There you go.